tocar sabe dessa merda, pá. When people ask me, why don't you believe? Why are you not backing the boys? Look at the way we've been performing. Que porcaria foi essa hoje? Que porcaria foi essa hoje? Me explica só que porcaria of a performance was that today? Absolutely slapped up by Aston Villa, bro. Saka going back to Kodak Black. I'm seeing him looking like little Boosie again. I'm seeing looking like Flavor Flav on the right-hand side. That Filo da Puta was doing nothing today. Nothing. Eze looking like Burner Boy, telling everybody, don't go sleep. Wake up. If you want to go sleep, you and your girl can leave, bro. That's what we had. We had Burner Boy on the left, and we had Kodak Black on the right-hand side. Potbelly Kodak Black. There weren't Saka on there. There weren't Starboy on the right-hand side. Moreno. Homer Simpson with a hairline, bro. What's that Filo da Puta doing? What's that flipping Chandler from Friends? What's that Filo da Puta doing today, bro? I didn't even see my guy. Eu tô cansado dessa porcaria. And these are the performances that show exactly why we're not going to win the league. And all I'm seeing is that fucking Chavo Guerrero looking Filo da Puta, lying, cheating, and stealing in the sideline. When I told man about this manager and his in-game management, oh, you want to talk to me? You want to talk to me? Cala a boca, Filo da Puta. Cala fucking boca, pa. Fucking embarrassing performance, bro. Getting twanged up in the fucking midfield. Are you stupid, bro? Fucking embarrassing performance today, bro. I didn't want to go live. Hell no, I didn't even want to go live. I didn't want to go live, bro. Rice drained, bro. Ødegaard back to the flipping real Slim Shady. Can the real flipping creative spark please stand up, you stupid da merda, bro? Can the real Slim Shady please stand up? As soon as this guy's available, walking back into the team. Walking back into the team. Do you know what I'm saying? Shaving his head like Justin Bieber after he got violated. I'm tired of this, bro. I'm tired of this. Man's looking like a worn out, drained out Justin Bieber. That's what Ødegaard is, bro. No creativity, nothing in the flipping midfield, bro. Filo da Puta. Why is he flipping back? Walk straight back into the team. Now I'm getting my jacket off, man. It's fucking pissing me off, bro. My fucking jacket off, bro. Swear to God, this fucking club bottle jobs all the flipping time. Nada muda, nada muda, pa. Nada muda, pa. It's always the same old rubbish, bro. Dominated in the first half. Jacket off, I don't care no more. I'm hot in this bitch. I'm tired of these performances. I'm tired of this manager looking clueless. Já tô cansado, pa. Já sofri, já aguentei muitas porcarias with this club. And once again, this is exactly why I don't trust him. This is why. I can't even properly shout because I'm still at Mumsy's house. I ain't reached Barcelona. I can't wait to reach Barcelona, bro. Cansado dessa porcaria, pa. Put my fucking bunions in the flipping sea, bro. Put it in the sand, bro. At least I can have some fun. At least I can, do you know what I'm saying? Get some happy ending out there. Ridiculous, bro. Midfield non-existent. Didn't do anything. Bypassing our midfield and our defense every single time. Every time, bro. Aston Villa today ran a train on the whole team, bro. Ran a train on the whole thing. Don't tell me nothing. I want to hear no excuses, bro. No excuses. Man telling me this is the best team in Europe. Then I went. I don't care about injuries. No que saber nenhuma porcaria de injuries, bro. I don't care, bro. I'm tired of seeing Ødegaard with these dead-ass performances, bro. Oh, the creative spark, milk cool, bro. I've told man, when things go sideways, where's the answer? And don't just tell me about Trossard coming on the pitch and actually doing stuff. We were still rubbish. Aston Villa deserved this win. I don't want to hear what no one's got to say about it. They deserved this win. Zubimendi, that cross-eyed unibrow looking prick. What did he do, bro? What did he do? The flipping Spanish hunchback on Notre Dame. With your flipping hunchback, bro. Your flipping unibrow. What did you do today? I told you, Hawks, yeah? Hawks, come outside. Come outside, because yesterday I was talking to you. Come outside. I don't care no more. You live around the corner. Come down to Mumsy's yard. We need to have a conversation, i.e. in the living room. Nasala. We need to have a conversation because I told you that Zubimendi's a class. I told you this guy's average, bro. I told you this guy's average. Oh, better than Partey. Better than Partey Milku. Zubimendi is a disgrace, bro. Rubbish. Better than Partey. Better than Partey Bukarasashpa. You know what I'm saying? No, Hawks. We need to talk. Come down to Mumsy's yard. We're going to get a Maggie and we're going to speak. Senta aquí. We need to have a conversation. Because I told you about this client. You don't want to listen. about better than Partey, better than Partey. Shut up, man. I'm tired of this, bro. Moving Timber into a centre-back position. Look at the way you played, bro. Look at the way you played. Hooks, get your jacket on, get your slippers on. I know you're whipping now. You got the come down to Mumsy's. Yeah, we need to have a conversation because the talk said this and it's not just Hooks. The rest of these top gooners all talking about, oh yeah, Zubamendi. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't even know what man's talking about Zubamendi. Nah. I told you and you laughed at me and you said talking like I was talking crazy. Zubamendi he's dead, bro. Today, everyone was dead. Ben White, everyone. The only one holding it down, keeping it respectful was Raya. The way we were getting opened up, the way Ollie Watkins was cooking us, the way Rodgers was taking souls, meu Deus, que desgraça. I'm not even going to lie. I don't even care about watching the other Premier League games. I don't even care, bro. I'm not even interested, bro. I'm not interested. Don't ask me about the scoreline. Don't ask me about the match record. I'm done, bro. Today, it's going to be Arsenal only because we need to dissect it. This was embarrassing, bro. Even Maatsen was cooking us. Even their left back was cooking us, man. Oh, meu Deus. This is uma desgraça, pá. É uma desgraça. I don't care about injuries because everyone gasses this team up before injuries. Then when we get injuries, what happened to the best team in Europe? What happened to the best squad in Europe? Cala a boca, pá, filho da puta. Getting, bro, McGinn, one pass straight through, burn the whole team, bro. The whole team. These men were doing Tokyo drift in the midfield, bossing it straight through. We weren't doing nothing, bro. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I told, man. We only turned up for the first 45 minutes against Sunderland. We dropped points. We didn't turn up in the first 45 minutes against Chelsea. We dropped points. We went up against Bayern. How did they expose us? Long balls over the top. What did Aston Villa do today? Press us. We didn't like that. Sunderland did that. We didn't like that. We dropped points. Only turned up for the second half. If we even turned up, what happened? We dropped points. I've been calling this out. Estive aqui a repetir as mesmas porcarias e querem me vir a falar porcaria de eu pia nega e eu digo, cala a boca, pá. Cala a boca. Tired of this, bro. Tired of this. Getting run through, bro. You might as well just put out the Kardashians. Keeping up with the Kardashians. Just put the Kardashians in the starting lineup. The way we're getting run through. Everyone's getting a piece. Everyone's getting a piece, bro. Fucking Ray J, everybody, bro. Tiger, everybody's run. Everybody, we got rinsed through like the Kardashians, bro. Flipping, you might as well even put the dad in there as well. Put Caitlyn in there as well. Everyone's getting ragged out. Everyone's getting ragged out, bro. Keeping up with the Kardashians. This is what I got to see. This is the performance. Keeping up with the Kardashians. I'll tell you, you're the one looking like flipping Caitlyn. Feel that puta. Transitioning into Caitlyn, you flipping clown. You have no idea. This is the thing with this guy. This guy, yeah, is fucking limited as a coach. He is not a tactician, yeah? So do like Caitlyn, fold it back inside, shut your mouth, yeah? And leave my club if you don't win the league, bro. Fold that little salsicha, yeah? Fold the salsicha, put it back in, yeah? Because you ain't a man, bro. That a performance like that. Now get out of my club. Get out of my club. I'm done. I don't even need to wait till the end of the season. Arruma tuas malas. And get the fuck out, bro. Because stay on tactics like this, I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro. Tielemans cooking, McGinn cooking, Rodgers cooking, Watkins, bro. If these man could have won this game 4-1, bro. 4-1. And we got Mikel Jenner. We got Mikel Jenner there saying, oh, no, don't worry, guys. We're going to bring Gyökeres. What was the plan when you brought on Gyökeres? He doesn't even know, bro. He don't even know what he's doing. Because he's got his flipping favourite, Calafiori. Did you see the way Calafiori got rinsed today? Oh, my days. Man like Kendall Jenner, bro. Man like Kendall Jenner's double ganger, bro. Elena from Vampire Diaries. Did you see that Filo da Puta on the left-hand side getting cooked? Oh, Calafiori is a good player. Cala boca, pa. Filo da Puta, cala boca, man. Talking rubbish, bro. These man come on the internet, talk fucking bullshit, bro. Calafiori's dead, bro. I swear that I'm done, bro. I am done. Every time I'm looking at flipping and look. Now I'm done, bro. Mikel Jenner, you can transition and do the process somewhere else, bro. Go get your estrogen shot somewhere else. I'm done with this guy. I am done with this guy. Don't talk to me about transition, nothing. We are doing the same old crap. We didn't need to drop points against Sunderland. We did. If this team's so great, we should have beat Chelsea. You bottled it against Liverpool and Man City at the start of the season. We were rubbish in the first game of the season against Man United. The signs have been there. Oh, but because we won a couple of games, the signs have been there. I'm not talking about getting top 4. I'm talking about being champions for Caraças. Not our fault to get out, to get in the top. Yeah, we'll get in the top 4 with this manager. Are we going to win? This is the year to win. It was supposed to be 4 years ago. They told me, how long did it take Klopp? Cala a boca, pa. How long did it take Klopp? How long did it take your mum to transition? Well, I don't care about how long did it take Klopp, bro. Fucking pissing me off, bro. How long did it take Klopp? How long did it take Klopp? Every day here, every day, every week, I'm here flipping, waiting. I see the same signs. Tô a ver a mesma merda, nada muda, sempre a mesma porcaria. Esse gajo nunca muda, pá. Porra! Fucking done with this guy, bro. You're a clown, bro. Getting dunked on like that by Unai Emery, bro. Get this guy out, bro. This is where you see his limitations. Games like today, we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. Why are we still persistent with Eze on the left wing? Why? Tell this filo da puta at Northside said why. Because we got the injury. Why are we playing Timber out of position when he's been probably our most informed player since the start of the season? Get the fuck out of here, bro. What are you doing? Where's Ødegaard, bro? Why did you buy? Bro, I'm so tired. I went out for leaving drinks. I'm so tired, yeah. I didn't need this, bro. I went out for my leaving drinks part 2 yesterday. Man was out and about in these streets. Do you know what I'm saying? And I didn't need it, bro. I'm on aloe vera. There's no, bro, the Maggie's downstairs. I didn't even bring the Maggie, but I didn't want to be stressed. I didn't need stress. Não preciso esse stress, pá. Só preciso que os jogadores começam a jogar em ordem, em condições. Tired of this. Oh, October champions por caraças, pá. October champions meu cu about October champion. Fucking dickheads, bro. These men always running them out. Yeah, now you're going to get the smoke. Because when you men are saying, oh, it's all done, it's all wrapped up. What did Hooks say? Hooks? Because I remember Hooks was on the show yesterday. That's why Hooks is... we got the scope on Hooks' forehead. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I remember Hooks said, it's in the bag. It's in the bag. We're going to do the treble. We're going to do the treble. Mas tu estás maluco, Hooks. Tu estás maluco. Olha pro meu olho. Does it look like we're going to win the treble? Estás a brincar o quê? Man had the audacity to look me in my face like I'm a filo da puta, tell me we're gonna do the treble. Nah, man's taking the piss, bro. Man is taking the piss out of my face, bro. Man trying to make me look like a mug, bro. I'm cansado, bro. I need to have a blem, bro. I don't normally do it for match, but I need to have a blem. I need to descansa. I need to get that Maggie out of the fridge. That Maggie, this is what I have. When man asked me why you got Maggie, why you got this, I told man we didn't even lose the league last season because of losses. We lost it because of fucking draws, and now we're dropping more points. These men don't read the signs. When I'm telling you tactically, he's not making the changes that impact the game to win us the game. Hooks is arguing with me. Oh, no, but you got to realize that you got to raise up the thing. Bro, do you see what? Bro, me, Hooks, we need to talk. We need to talk, bro. Real talk, we need to talk. Because the way you were dismissing everything I was saying the other day, we need to talk, bro. Come outside, come to Mumsy's yard. I'll send you come to Mumsy's. Go to the corner shop, get a Maggie. Come down. We need to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation because the waffle that I heard from you yesterday. No. We need receipts, bro. We need receipts. I'm tired. Get yourself a Maggie and some skips. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself a Maggie and some skips and maybe a Capri Sun. You know what I'm saying? And maybe, I don't know, get Cadbury's and we need to talk, bro. Because I'm tired of this. Let's get into the highlights of the game, bro. Let's get into the highlights of the game because this is absolutely embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Straight off from the get-go of this game, we looked like the team that was gonna. It was written. It was written already. It was written on the stars. It was already written, bro. We were rubbish. Ødegaard with a shot from long range. Moreno through ball to Saka. That would have actually played Saka through, but no, he overhit it. Didn't reach Saka. Saka was in a good position. It is what it is. Villa with a long overhead kick over the top. Watkins straight through on goal. 1v1 with the goalkeeper. Our defense was so bad. it was actually clown. We needed clown music, bro. We needed música de palhaços. That's what we needed while this game was going. I'm so tired. I didn't even want to get stressed. But this team just stressed me all the time. I swear I can't do it. I can't. But bro, hold on. Before we get into the rest of the highlights of the game, do you know what I'm pissed off? I had one of my bedrooms, yeah. Big up to Oscar, yeah. But you were chatting shit yesterday, and I messaged you today, yeah. This guy, he's a Man United fan. He was like, yo, but I would take, look at what the manager's done. He's definitely, you're gonna win the league. You're gonna win. Bro, what are you telling me now, Oscar? Oscar, get your trainers on. Come down to Mumsy's yard. We need to have a conversation. You come down here as well. This guy was trying to tell me, oh, but Arteta's gonna win the league though. Oh, you're finished. North, you're finished. As soon as Arteta wins the league, you're finished. Yeah, you're finished. Get yourself, top up your Oyster card and come down to Northwest London. Come down to Northwest London, please. Top up your Oyster card and come chat to me now. We need to have a conversation now because you was running up your mouth yesterday. Oh, but look at what you're doing. Cala boca. Oscar, top up your Oyster card. Get your trainers on. Get your New Balance trainers on. Get your jacket on. Yeah. Get that white and blue jacket that you like to wear. Bring that jacket. Come down to the station. I'll pick you up from the station. We're going to have a conversation. We're coming down to Mumsy's house. We're going to have a conversation. Because these men always talking. What are you telling me now? What are you telling me now? Man, talk like I don't watch my club week in, week out. Like I don't see how this manager has not got over the line. Oscar, Otota Visa agora. Top up Oyster card. I need you here, bro. In the next hour, I need to hear her. On my front door, you need to come inside. We need to talk. Close the door. We need to talk. Go to the living room. We need to have a conversation. Because the craziness that you're telling me yesterday, I couldn't even believe it, bro. Interrupting my leaving drinks, talking about telling me about Super Mick. Nah, bro. Come outside. Anyway, let's continue because I'm getting hot in this bitch now. Ødegaard to Saka, the cross to Eze, the goal was offside. No surprise. We scored a goal, even though it was offside, when we actually moved the ball fast. No surprise there. Saka with a run in the box, passed it to Ben White. Ben White with the deadest pillow foot shot. The deadest shot ever, bro. Deadest shot ever. Like, you have to do better. You're in the box unmarked. Ben White pick a corner. It goes to the near post. Why? The goalkeeper's always going to win that. Bro. Why did it fight to fall to Ben White? It's just ridiculous, bro. And then the way they're whipping and crosses, they're whipping cross into the box. Matty Cash is there, completely unmarked. Once again, Calafiori drifting, playing like a left winger instead of a left back. Drifting, Matty Cash is free, slapped it in the back of the goal. This is what I'm saying, man. We consider that goal down Calafiori's side. What's man going to tell me now? Bro, I swear down. I need to rest. I need to rest. I need to rest. I need some sleep. I'm sleep deprived. I've got a banging headache. The alcohol feels like it's got to my head. I swear down. I've not got anything. Estou cansado. Eu estou cansado. Today was absolutely pathetic. Pathetic performance, bro. The most pathetic performance I've probably. This is, bro. And we've seen some pathetic performances this year, but this, oh my, to be dominated like that. And man, want to excuse this. Man said, yeah, we're going to do the treble. Wait till we reach the Champions League against the big boys, yeah? And when it gets serious with these kind of tactics, we're going to bring the long throw-ins that we had against PSG, and we're going to play this. I don't even know what this was today. This was the Kardashians' mum just laying out her daughter, saying, yo, Ray J, you can hit that. Tiger, you can hit that. Do you know what I'm saying? Mr. Astro World, you can hit that. This one, we'll save her for later. We'll market her for later. I don't know what was going on today. Ragged out football, Kardashian football. This is ridiculous, bro. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. I'm beyond it, bro. Rodgers absolutely cooks Saka. Ben White to Timber almost scores. Once again, we don't score. That's how dead the first half was for us anyway. Then in the second half, we started it with crossing the ball, cross the ball FC. Whip it in, whip it in, whip it in, whip it in, whip it in. Oh my days, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Saka running into nowhere. I don't know what that bimbo was doing. I don't know what that pot-bellied Kodak Black was doing. I don't know what he was doing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know what he was doing. Looking like designer, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Every time this guy trying to take on a player is like Timmy Turner. Man thinks he's designer or something. What's up with your foot, bro? Has he got Tourette's? Man's like designer, bro. Timmy Turner. Bro, take on the player, bro. Take on the player, bro. For this, Ødegaard with a cross to Trossard. The volley just goes wide. It was a decent shot, to be fair, to Trossard. Rice won back the ball, played it to Ødegaard, then to Saka with a cross into Trossard, and then he scores it. It is what it is. I'm tired of this, man. One through ball, bro. That John McGinn, he cut through a whole team, bro. He cut through the whole team, bruv, with one pass. And we were so lucky. They were unable to control the ball and it goes out for a goal kick. We were rubbish today. We were so... I'm tired of this, bro. I am tired of this, bro. I swear down. Today, Aston Villa looked like Shaquille O'Neal. And we look like Shaquille O'Neal's wife. Just getting ragged out. Getting ragged, destroyed, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That Villa Park destroyer, bro. We got absolutely ragged out on the pitch, bro. This is embarrassing, bro. Absolutely embarrassing, bro. Bro, I just whatever, bro. Like Trossard, fair enough, he was effective when he came off the pitch, when he came onto the pitch, but it was rubbish, bro. The clown show at the back, bro. Oh my days, bro. The clowning defending, Timber out of position, Henkape out of position, the midfield not providing any solidity. Declan Rice is busting a gut to try and win the ball, but he's the only one trying. This is pathetic, bro. This is pathetic, bro. I don't even, bro. I'm gonna put the link up, bro. I'm done out here, bro. Big up to Lee for the raid. I'm done out here, bro. I'm putting the link up, bro. I need to have a blem. I need to have a blem, bro. My head's hot. I need to have a blem. You know what I'm saying? Calafiori trying to control the ball. That stupid Philo da Puta trying to control the ball. I told man about this B-Tech Shawn Michaels, bro. I told man about this Kylie Minogue. I told man about this flipping Jennifer Aston looking bitch, bro, in Calafiori at left back. I told you. Do you know what I'm saying? Looking like Charlie's Angels. Oh, but he looks good. Oh, but he looks a boca, bro. Does he know how to play, bro? Fucking Calafiori, bro. Fucking Charlie's Angels looking bitch. What are you doing, bro? Fucking Calafiori, swear down. The cross from Rice on a plate for Madueke, you don't bury that, bro. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Let's get the link up, bro. Let's put the link up, bro. The final goal, just, I tell you, pack your things, get the fuck out. Just pack your things, get the fuck. I'm done, bro. Just pack your things, get the fuck out, bro. There's no other way to say it, bro. There's no other way to say it. Get your things. I'm not. This is ridiculous. I don't want to hear nothing about injuries. I don't want to hear the blue sharks are coming. They're all spamming, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? A man are telling me about October champions. You know, this is embarrassing. No, tô cansado dessa merda, bro. What was Eze doing? How many more games do I need to see Eze on the fucking? It didn't work. It hasn't worked, bro. Fucking filo da puta, bro. Fucking dickhead, bro. How many games did I tell you Zubamendi's not press resistant? How many games, bro? Fucking dickhead, bro. Fucking dickhead. Fucking done with this, bro. Seeing the same old stupidness. Running Declan Rice into the ground. Best believe he's the next one getting injured. Ødegaard, why does he walk straight back into the team? Why? He wasn't even good. Again, when you brought him on against Chelsea, he wasn't even good, bro. I swear, I need my Maggie, bro. I'm done with this, bro. What's my fucking blend, bro? Fucking thing pisses me off, bro. Done. I'm done with this, bro. I'm done with this. Done with this team, bro. I'm done with this. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, we're going to win. We ain't winning nothing, bro. Man, them, you lot can go, bro. The stage is yours, bro. I'm getting my Maggie. I'm getting blend.
Can you lot hear me?
Yeah, we can.
All right, cool. You lot go.
Today was a disgraceful performance. I don't believe in this manager anymore. These games, it's pressure games. He just can't handle the pressure. The lineup was a disgrace, by the way. I mean, how can you pick Ødegaard in the team when he does not offer anything? Oh, but he got player of the match. Martin Keown gave him player of the match when we lost the game. How can you give him player of the match?
His mum about fucking man of the match. Fucking dick.
How can you give
sorry.
People like that, yeah, that F up my club permanently. Because you're supposed to be a legend of the club, and then you're there telling the whole fan base, yeah, signaling to all of them, don't worry, guys, this is acceptable. It's people like him, bro.
Sorry, Kwacha, 1 second, yeah, before you continue, yeah. You know what's actually mad? So you know, like on when they go to the commentary and they're like, oh, so pick your man of the match, yeah. I always say this to my missus every single time. Do not pick player of the match until the whistle has blown. And you said he picked Martin Ødegaard, right?
Yeah, Martin Keown said Martin
what happened? So how can you be player of the match when you lose the game? That don't make
makes no
sense.
It's,
I said
it's
this to
just the
any
fact
bro. Carry on.
I think
Carry
it's the fact
I'll let you
that
continue.
I think it's the fact that they can't think of anything else. I mean, a Villa player should be player of the match. Not Arsenal player should not be player of the match. No Arsenal player. The only players I can give high, maybe Rice. Rice did more than Zubimendi throughout the whole game. If Declan Rice picks up an injury, our midfield's going to get dog walked by any team. And by the way, we have Aston Villa at home this December. That's going to be a tough game as well. And let's not forget, I don't want to hear any excuses saying any injuries. Yeah, these injuries are getting worse and worse and worse. Today, we didn't do anything. That manager put Eze on the left. Why would you put Eze on the left? It doesn't make any sense. You cannot put Eze on the left. The guy was ball watching for Cash's goal. I get it. It was his fault. But he can't play there. He's a 10. You bring off Eze for Trossard when he wasn't even fully fit and he looks injured again. Why? It makes no sense. Trossard is possibly our most important player in the team, and you still rushed him back. It doesn't make any sense. I'm confused. Like, what does Ødegaard offer? Can someone explain to me? Because he slows the game down.
Nothing.
He can't pass. He's so stinky. Imagine giving so much PR to him, mate. Imagine giving this guy 250k a week, 240k a week. How can you tell me that this guy has been good today? He was terrible. The amount of times he slowed the game down. If Eze played in the 10 today, he would have been better than him. He would have done the free flowing. But when I look at this manager, he's not serious. Because the amount of games we've got, every single game we have to play, the injuries are going to get worse. And if we cannot rotate, the injuries will happen. Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Declan Rice, all of them will be injured, and we don't have enough players there. Like, I just don't understand. This is a game for us to go 8 points clear before City play today. They're winning, by the way, 2-0. 8 points clear. 8 points. That would have been a good opportunity, but there's no winning mentality. And I don't think we're winning the league because the Blue Sharks are coming, by the way. Don't forget, the Blue Sharks are coming, and the fish that we were frying, the Manchester City Sharks are going to eat the fish that we were frying right now. So if any top gooner thinks that we're going to win the league right now, you need to seriously get your head straight. This league is not going to be ours, I'm afraid. It's going to be Manchester City's. Because some games, when the pressure is on, we can't handle it. You can win games and all this, but when it really matters, that's the most important thing. I don't want to hear any injury excuses because the next few games it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Yes, we have some good, easy games, but it doesn't matter. We need players to turn up in the big moments. I don't want to hear any of this overreacting. We were defensively terrible. Going forward, terrible. So many players out of position. Calafiori's now got a yellow card, which means he will miss the Wolves game. Picked up his 5th yellow card. Right? I'm just like, what is Arteta doing? What is the tactics he sets up? Like, come on, can someone explain to me, please? I'm done here, man. I have no confidence with this manager. Might as well just end the season right now because we're not winning anything this season. It looks like it's going to be another trophyless season. It looks like Arteta's going to throw the Carabao Cup in the bin, the FA Cup in the bin, the Champions League in the bin, another trophyless season. And what we're going to have? Nothing. Just a waste.
And this is the thing, before I let everybody else go, yeah, and have their say. This is why, yeah, and this is why when I was saying, yo, look at what's going on. Look at how we're only turning up for 45 minutes in games. Look at how we're scrambling. Look at the decision making in certain games is looking questionable. Against Sunderland, taking a midfielder off, bringing a centre back. Look at the tactical. He didn't make any tactical changes against Chelsea. It's the same instructions, the same type of play. Oh, it doesn't matter, but we got a point. Well, we got a point. It's difficult against Sunderland. We point this out because eventually it's going to catch up to you if you don't rectify those mistakes. We don't call out mistakes for mistake's sake. We call it out because if you can continue, you're going to ride your luck. You can ride your luck, but your luck is going to run out. That is why we call it out. We had no tactical change. We didn't even know how to approach taking on a team this season that presses Chelsea, Sunderland, and now Aston Villa. The physical teams nullify us. We get bullied. So let's not go on with because we got injuries. But we had a lot of players that were available, starting lineup players that were available against Sunderland. We had them also against Chelsea. But there's still no tactical, there's no answer, bro, from this manager. No answer. You're seeing Calafiori getting cooked, you don't change it. Ødegaard's what is he doing, bro? just holding on to possession for possession's sake. Moreno didn't even see him, bro. What was the plan for Moreno today in this game? Ridiculous, bro. Second half, Saka's running into nowhere, bro. Running into nowhere, bro.
Pathetic.
Fucking go on. I'll let you man have your say, bro. I'm gonna continue having my cigarette.
Why did he not make a back three then? Why did you not try a back three? Try to use a back three. He just loves this boring 4-3-3 formation. Why are you using 4-3-3? It does not work. You're playing so many players in their position that they don't play in. Rice is not a number 8. He's a 6. He's a CDM. Played them in a double pivot. And by the way, Zubamendi got absolutely bullied today by Rodgers and the midfield. Kamara absolutely cooked our midfield. Can someone explain to me, what does Zubamendi do? But apparently, he's the Thomas Partey replacement. Never in a million years compare Zubamendi to Partey ever again. Because Partey is levels clear. Thomas Partey would never do that. What Zubamendi did, I want Zubamendi dropped. I want to see Ødegaard play. From now on, I don't want to see Zubamendi play. Because the guy has not shown me how good he is. He's massively overrated. Some of these fans overhype him. He's not that good. Stop overhyping up Zubamendi. He's just not that sort of player. We need to stop this overhype of Zubamendi. The guy gets bullied every single time. I'm sick and tired of it. I don't want to see him play. Yeah? Put Skelly in midfield. I don't want to see Zubamendi. Put Skelly in midfield.
And that Henkape, bro. And that Henkape, today he was looking like, I don't know where we scouted him from. We probably went Elephant and Castle. Yeah, I'm saying, went outside a random Latin bar that was playing some salsa and we're like, yo, do you want to play for Arsenal? Do you know what I'm saying? We'll do your quick trials. What's this guy, some random any Ecuadorian from Elephant and Castle, bro? What was he doing today? What was he doing today?
Know. By the time we buy another centre-back will be injured. Mosquera's already out, by the way, so he's out for 6 weeks with an ankle injury as well. Or it could be a month. I mean, this is life without Saliba Gabriel. If we had Saliba Gabriel right now, this would have not happened. And we have Timber in Capie, and we had this 16-year-old on the bench. He's a centre-back. He was a 16-year-old play on the bench. What's his name? I forgot what it was. Someone in the chat can tell me, but yeah, that was terrible. The subs were terrible. I mean, you bring on Trossard, then you bring him off again. It made no sense. Why do you not? You might as well just not play him. Play Martinelli on the left. He doesn't make any sense, mate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people keep telling me, oh, it's a few games and that. Well, Manchester City right now are beating Sunderland, are winning 2-0. They're 2 points behind us. 2. Yeah? We played before them on next Saturday against Wolves. We better beat Wolves. Yeah? And extend it to 5. We're under huge pressure now. Yeah? This was going to happen. This was about to happen. Defensively, we were all over the place. We could have been 4-1. We could have lost the game 4-1. Watkins should have scored in the first half. Timber could have scored an own goal, by the way. Raya came out of his goal. Timber could have scored an own goal. Yeah? It makes no sense. Why on earth you're playing Eze on the left? The guy's never been a left winger. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kai Havertz starts over Gyökeres, because I feel sorry for Gyökeres that he has to come off the bench and do that. He should be starting every single week. But he trusts Marina because he's scoring goals. What did he do today? He looked non-existent. Yeah, he was in Konsa's pocket. He was in the centre-back's pocket. Yeah, we need to start Gyökeres from now on. Yeah, we have to beat Wolves. We have to beat Everton. Aston Villa at home. That's not looking good as well. I mean, we've got this Aston Villa game at home that we have to win now. We've played Aston Villa today and we lost. That Aston Villa team are going to come to the Emirates and Unai Emery is like, no, I've got this. I know how to do this. Because let's be real. The Emery-Arteta debate is over. It's always been Emery. Emery has always been the better manager. He just outclassed Arteta. He bought attacking subs. This guy bought off a right back and bought an attacker because he wanted to win the game. Why doesn't Arteta bring off an attacker to win the game? He doesn't. He's scared because it's Villa Park. Emery got it right. Emery got it spot on. Emery has Arteta's number. He knocked us out of the Europa League. He dented our title hopes. And he's going to do another league double again, I'm afraid. And he's going to stop us. That is how good Emery is. And the audacity to say that Arteta's better than Emery. Go and look at yourself in the mirror and look at the subs that he put on. They wanted to win the game more than us. Arteta decided to bring on wanted to bring on attackers. But what was the subs? I was confused. What was the tactical changes that he tried to make? It was so confusing, right? I was like, nah, it looks like it's going to be a draw or an Aston Villa win. I mean, the way we were playing, defensively, we were all over the place. I mean, the Buendia goal, how did we not clear the ball away? The ball was everywhere. I'm like, just clear the damn ball. We failed to clear it, and then they scored, and that was the last kick of the game. I mean, to be honest with you, this is not looking good, Northside. I mean, this league is not even done. Imagine saying that we're going to win the league. Yeah, this was coming. This was about to happen. These drop points come in May when we don't win the league. These dropped points are going to cost us the league again. And it's down to this Lego-headed idiot who can't do the basics right, can't set out his team, can't rotate, can't rest players. He's not doing it because he's a coward. He's scared because against Brentford, he didn't want to bench Rice because it was Brentford and they were going to cause problems. Well, Declan Rice was very fortunate not to get a serious injury today. Yeah, against Club Brugge in the Champions League, I want to see rotations. If I don't see rotations, we're gonna get mad injuries.
Yeah.
Yo, you're mute. You're mute, Rashid. I think you're mute. I can't hear you. Or maybe it's not connected. Go to the settings and the mic. Maybe it's not connected to the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. While you're sorting that out, half volley. Let's go to half volley just because, and then we'll go to everybody else. Half volley. You know, you're somebody that always looks at the positive side. You're somebody that does back the manager. Let's get your opinion on this game, bro. You had some concerns last time we spoke, remember? You gave them praise where praise was due, but you criticized certain things as well, like the Chelsea game. You had similar criticism that I had, to be fair. How do you see this game?
Yeah, look, what I would say is I'm not as disconsolate about the result like some of you are, because I think if you're chasing the title, a draw and a loss is pretty much the same thing. If you look at it statistically, wins matter. That's why Villa, although Villa have lost more games than us in the last 6 games, they've actually accumulated more points. So I don't get, the moment I saw it was heading for a draw, I didn't give a shit whether it was a loss or a draw, right? And I think the guy who was speaking before me made a good point that the game was pretty much set by the team selection. The initial team selection was imbalanced, right? Eze is not a right winger. His natural inclination is always to come short, right? He's not going to stretch the defense. So already you've got a problem that your left-hand side is not potent enough. And no wonder why all the attacks was going through Saka. And then you've got Ødegaard. For me, I think Arsenal fans have been psychologically conditioned to think that Ødegaard is some master orchestrator because he drops short and demands the ball. For me, he's one of the weakest captains in the Emirates era. I saw him chickening out of 50-50 tackles out there. Did you see that? The amount of times this guy was bailing out of 50-50 challenges was astonishing. And the actual goal that Pau Torres crossed came from Ødegaard's side. He was just busy conducting the choir. Why don't you bloody go and close him down? He then gets a free cross. Eze, who's instinctively not a left winger, whether defensively or attacking, goes to bed, and then Matt Cash gets behind him. So for me, the root cause of the issues we faced today was the team selection, and that had a knock-on effect on the rest of the game, right? There were so many technical errors at the back. Hincapié, I mean, I think the goal came from Hincapié conceding a needless throw-in. How can your left centre-back get caught up on the right flank of the defence? That tells me that nobody's taking leadership in the defence, because Hincapié shouldn't have found himself on the right-hand side of defence where he suddenly ran the ball out, Villa take a quick throw in, and all of a sudden we're all at sea. So I'm not gonna labour the point and talk too much. But what I will say is that, as you already know, North, I take a pragmatic approach when things go wrong. I don't think Arteta's stupid or doesn't know what he's doing. I think he's a very intelligent manager, but his judgment can be called into question, especially today. You know, when you look at his team selection, the way he managed the game, we just didn't do enough to manage momentum. And for me, ultimately, it's going to come down to one decision and one decision only, whether we win this title or not. And it's whether Arteta is willing to deviate from this Ødegaard possession but nothing football, right? We've got Eze now. He's a number 10. He's got killer instinct. He might not be busy on the ball like Ødegaard and stroke 5-yard stinky passes all over the place, but he's actually a genuine goal threat. And the amount of times Ødegaard found himself in a position where he could have scored, I think if you replaced him with Eze probably would have scored. He had 2 very good chances to really test the keeper. And then, as usual, he gets a nosebleed. The thing with Ødegaard is once you surround him, he gets a nosebleed and he offloads the ball like a hot potato. You know, he can't deal with getting crowded. So for me, what we saw today is what we've been seeing for the last 3 years. Finding it difficult to break down low blocks, just stroking 5-yard passes, sideways passes all over the place, not playing real killer instinct balls. I even saw, what's his name, the Villa midfielder, play more through balls than Ødegaard. So for me, Arteta's got a real dilemma now. It's either Eze or Ødegaard. If we stick with Ødegaard, we ain't winning this league because he's not good enough. He hasn't got killer instinct. He hasn't. When the going gets tough, he's not going to stand up and be counted. And today proved it. The amount of times he was bailing out of 5-yard. And who on earth made him man of the match? I mean, do these people think we're stupid? It's that what they're saying is that if you close your eyes and you rub it enough, you'll see man of the match, and that's Ødegaard. That's just literally insulting our intelligence. We saw with our own eyes that this guy was not doing the business. He was not standing up to be counted, to the extent that our midfield was completely overwhelmed. Rice had run himself to the ground. I said to you, Northside, the other day, Rice should have been rested against Brentford and Northside should have played with one mind on this Villa game. The manager should have had foresight on the Villa game and rested players. Even Brentford rested their key players. Henderson was rested. So how is it that the former captain of Brentford can't even get a game against his former side? How does that make sense? So the damage that we faced today was already caused on Wednesday by the manager's decision not to rest players and play Rice to the ground. And then suddenly we've come here to the fair enough. I think when you look at the numbers, we actually run 4 kilometers more than Villa. So actual effort and intensity was not the problem. The issue is Rice is running around having to compensate for a weak captain who when we don't have the ball, he looks like he's pressing, but he's not really pressing. So when you take the resources that Emery had today and Arteta, we had the team, the first team and the bench to actually win this game. And the fact that we didn't was down to the manager's judgment. Like I say, I'm not Arteta out. I think he has some good saving grace about him. He's not as tactically inept as people think he is, but ultimately he's doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And I think that's the problem. For me, Ødegaard needs to sit on the bench, as it needs to be in a 10. We're a lot more direct. It's been proved. This is our first lot since August, right? So that proves something to me, that people think, Eze's lazy, he's not a left wing, he gives away possession. He's our magician. That's what you get, a maverick. When you play a maverick, you're gonna get the good and the bad, but what you get is pure killer instinct, like the North London derby. I don't think he was particularly great in the North London derby, but he came away with the hat-trick, and that's what you get. So today, for me, ultimately, it's at the manager's door. Bad judgment, and it was inevitable, really. The damage was caused against Brentford, like I said.
Who wants to go next? Go on, you guys go. Rashid, we can't hear you, bro. I don't know what's going on. Nothing. Like, even the volume bar is not even moving. So I don't know if your mic's not connected. I don't know. Now you're on mute. I don't know. Maybe unplug and plug it now.
Nah, I'm not hearing him either.
Bro.
I'm not hearing you.
Nothing, bro. Maybe reset your laptop. Reset your laptop. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. Devante, you want to go next? Anybody can go next. Anybody.
Yeah, man. Like, oh, bro, I knew as soon as I saw Ødegaard, I know what type of game it's going to be. Like Arteta, this is a manager basically that, you don't want to lose the game. I get it. Like, you want to win the game. But he also feels like, I don't want to win the game and lose the game at the same time. So it's kind of like in the middle. It's a manager that's basically stuck in the middle, like Malcolm, whatever it is. Like, he don't want to take risk. That's what it comes down to. Like, you have to take risk. If you want to win major silverware, and I'm talking about Premier League, I'm talking about Champions League, bro, you have to take risk at some point. Also, a fun fact: I think against a lot of the big teams that we faced this season, we haven't won a game. I'm not counting Spurs though, because it's not a big team to me. No, we whooped their ass 4-1, cool. But we lost against Liverpool. We drew against City. Chelsea we drew, and now we lost against Aston Villa. I know it's going to be a tough game, but I'm sorry, man. The way that we came off like from the starting block, bro, embarrassing. There's no man of the match for me, and I'm not even going like, how the hell is Ødegaard man of the match? Because he played 90 minutes, bro. This guy was just dancing on the floor and around like Billie Jean, bro. I'm sick of this guy, man. This man, every player at Arsenal that voted for him to be the captain are cuckolds. I'm dead ass. Like all of them are cuckies, bro. Like how the hell you vote that guy as your captain, bro? You that is not the player that is going to take the game by the scruff of the neck and make sure that you're not going to lose this game. That's not Ødegaard, bro. I call this guy Norse Frankie de Jong for a reason, because Frankie de Jong also has a habit of playing postman Pat, right? Because every time Frankie de Jong gets the ball, he makes a safe pass. He plays safe, no risk in his game. That is him. Frankie de Jong and him are kind of similar in that case. But Arteta, bro, 4-3-3 every fucking time, bro. Like, when are you going to switch it up? Because as a Dutchman myself, I can already tell you, Timber as a center back in the Premier League was going to fail. First of all, this guy is as big as a little Bow Wow, man. This guy's only like 5'10", bro. Like, why you put him as a center back against a Premier League team? He's better off playing as a right back or left back, as we saw him like in previous game and in previous season as a left back. Like, play him as a fullback. Don't play him in the center back at all, because he's gonna get bullied. And also with it's not gonna help Nkapie as well. Like, he plays center back in the Eredivisie, cool, but in the Eredivisie the level is of course not as big as the Premier League. So you're gonna have that problem where Timber is gonna get bullied. So I would agree with I think. The first guy, I don't know his name, said it, that you should play like a 3-4-3 or something like that. Play with 3 in the back. Calafiori, Nkapie, and Timber. Then you will hide his flaws. So even like Ben White, even though Ben White is not good as a center back for Arsenal, he at least can play there. And he has like some length to him compared to Timber. So that would have already like solved the issue. But it already says a lot that this team, as soon as the pressure is there to win, what is happening? Same old, bro. It's like deja vu. It's deja vu. Every time the pressure is rising, man. The temperature's rising. Oh, it's getting hot in the kitchen. Then stay your ass out the kitchen if you can't take the heat, Arsenal. Because guess what? City's coming. We all seen the sharks swimming around in the comment section. Oh, shark this, shark that, bro. Compared to we guppy fish. We're like some guppies, bro. Like we act like we're the blue whales, but we're guppy fish. What you want to say, North? What's up?
You said deja vu.
It is.
Yeah.
At this point.
Cool. No, I agree. This is why this clip will stay relevant until he wins a major honor or gets sacked. This clip here.
Exactly, because it's like
give that position to Reece Nelson to try. And then Yannick want to play what's his name? Trossard. Don't play him inside me. If you play him by the wing, that is where he used to finish work for at Brighton. Not people should send me to London. Do all you can. If working Gunners Hop is, you people should send me to North London. Let me grab Arteta by the neck. I will give me dirty slap first, and then expect reasonable questions from him. So by the time I give him the next point, he will realize himself and know what to do. Yes. So that's all I'm asking for. Send me to North London. Let me mess him up so that he will sit up, because he needs someone to deal immensely with him. So you understand that he play with our emotions. My darling Arsenal that I love so much, and Arteta, you're lucky I'm not in North London. What I would have used the chemistry of Upper job. Arteta, don't worry. I'll be there soon. Pray before I get there. You should not remain there. Another I'm asking for is, if he does not improve, I should be Arsenal coach. Let me take up that job. I know what to do. My days in the Wanyang, my days in Bende United and Bende Insurance.
Nah, it's facts. It's facts, man. It's facts, because But this is the same shit we've been seeing for like almost like 4 seasons now. We're going to season 4 of contending or at least fighting for something that we fumble. Spurs, we fumbled top 5. Remember that Spurs got top 4, and then the 3 seasons that we fight for a title, we fumbled it too. So of course it's deja vu to me at this point. It's like, bro, we get into it's year 6 now under this manager, and yet once again the guy that came before Arteta, Unai Emery, is swinging his nuts, right, and just like swinging all, dragging it all over Arteta's face, like, oh yes, how does it feel, Arteta? How does it feel? How does these nuts feel? Every time we have to face Unai Emery, he's doing that to Arteta, bro. Like that is the guy that should have gotten the time instead of a guy that keeps doing the same thing over and over again and expects different results. So if you look for the word insanity in a dictionary, right, you'll see Arteta's picture, because that he is the walking definition of insanity, expecting different results. When you keep playing the same way, when you keep putting your handbrake on this team, when you keep dragging players, right, run them into the ground, when you do not keep trusting your bench, when you keep expecting to say, okay, no, I'm just not going to play with risk, so I don't lose the game. You're gonna keep. I think, just like you said, Northside, in the beginning. I think we even lost more points than last season at this moment of the season in December. That's embarrassing to me, man. And you know what? Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, with it, as far as Arteta goes, man, like I'm come to a conclusion. As long as the fan base tolerates this standard, right, upholds the standard, tolerates this mediocrity, then you know what? Be my guest. He can stay for the rest of my fucking life. Until I'm in the casket, he'll probably stay. So I've come to the conclusion. It is what it is. You know, Arsenal are fine with the standard that they have, and of okay, you know what? We're at least contending, but you're not coming anywhere. Is that not the aim of the game, for especially for a club like Arsenal to win a Premier League? I know it's been 21, 22 years almost. I get it. It's a long time ago. I know the feeling of winning has been lost in time because of that. I get it, Arsenal fans, most of the people that weren't around at the time. But that doesn't mean that you have to settle for this. There's better. There's better. If you're going to ask me who, I don't know who, but that doesn't mean that there's not a manager out there that actually can do it. Who it's going to be, I don't know. But please, this is top sport, people. We're professional top sports. Since when? And my wife said this, by the way. She don't even watch sports. She don't like sports like that. She's asked me, how come that a guy like Arteta is there for 6 years? If this was at a company, this guy would be fired by a year already if you're not like getting top results. My wife, people, she don't watch football. So you tell me who's the stupid, the woman that don't watch football, right? Or the flop gooner that still believes. I'll leave it at that. Let it marinate.
I hear it, man. I hear it. Macy, you want to go? You've been waiting patiently. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, well, I do, Northside. I mean, for me, we knew that this was gonna happen today. I was on Jez's show yesterday, and me, Jez, and Matty, we were putting our predictions for the match. Jez and I said 2-2 because I'm not confident we can beat Aston Villa. And for that team to put in that disastrous performance today, that shows we are not going to win the Premier League. And Man City are 2 goals up against Sunderland, and now they are like 1 point behind us. And if they can get maybe 2 more goals, then they can equal our record, our points. So I'm getting worried, and it's starting to get worrying now, Northside, my man. I just don't know where to start, man. The only player I would say had a good game for me was the goalkeeper, because David Raya, a couple of times he nearly gave us away an own goal, but he was keeping us in the match. And without him, we would have lost that game by 4 or 3. But big up to David Raya. But the rest of the players, absolutely embarrassing. I told you, Calafiori was absolutely disgusting today. I knew he was going to turn himself back into Sophia Carson from Descendants. So I knew if he fucked that up, if Calafiori was gonna do that bozo moment, then we would have suffered more. But I'm just so happy that Unai Emery finally got his revenge on us after everything this football club has done to him. Big up to Unai Emery for finally getting his vengeance on us. And today, like, I'm just so disgusted when Martin Keown made Ødegaard man of the match. Like, who the fuck does Martin Keown think he is? I respected him as one of the best defenders in when he was a player in his day. But as a pundit, he's a fucking disgrace. Him, Ray Parler, and Ian Wright, these three motherfuckers should be ashamed of themselves. They have absolutely lowered their standards as pundits when they keep on sucking off the manager, sucking off Starboy. Like, what did Saka do today? Apart from putting in a number of crosses that didn't even reach the man, and the amount of time, and there was one time when he made a tackle and got a yellow card, he didn't even went up and tried to like grab that Aston Villa left back's hand and just help him up. He just said whatever. I mean, Bukayo Saka for me is one of the most selfish players in the whole world for me. He just wants everything for himself, because against Brentford, when we won 2-0, he should have laid that off to Gyökeres, but everything is about Saka because he is the poster boy for Arsenal. He is the main, like, he is everything. And that is why he is one of the most selfish wingers and players in the whole of Europe. I'm so disgusted with Saka right now. He is not the player that I once knew him. So for me, Saka needs to hold bench. But we know this manager favors Saka and Ødegaard, and he's going to keep playing Saka every single game until when Saka gets to 26, his career will be finished. By 26 years old, Saka's career will be absolutely finished, because I said it a few months ago, Wayne Rooney and Michael Owen's career were finished when they reached 26. So Saka is on that list of people that were finished when they were in their 26s. So today, Saka, for me, absolutely disgusting performance. And also Ødegaard as well. Like, the amount of times he gets the ball, he takes too many touches, and when it's time for him to create a shot, what does he do? I'll pass it back to the midfield and start again. I just don't know what makes our captain special. Like, what makes him so attractive to our team? I just don't understand it. I'm absolutely done with this football club. I just hope by now an opposition puts this manager out of my misery and we can focus on getting a proper manager, because we know this manager can fuck up something. Because look at the games we've got coming up. We've got Club Brugge in the Champions League on Wednesday, away game, and we don't know which. And listen, I don't even know much about Club Brugge, but away from the Emirates, that is a tough Champions League game in my book. Then next Premier League game, we've got Wolves. And even though Wolves are bottom of the Premier League table, I'm still worried, because you never know what tricks Rob Edwards has in store for us next week. And then after Wolves, we've got Everton next. And that Everton game is played at their new stadium. And you know what will happen if David Moyes schools this manager. And then after that, we've got Bournemouth coming up. Bournemouth is another tricky game for me, because Iriola has got a record against this manager. He's outsmarted him twice last season, and it wouldn't surprise me if he did it 3 times against Super Duper Mick. And then we have to play Aston Villa in the first day of 2026. And as Kawaja said, that is a very terrifying game. If Unai Emery comes to the Emirates and schools this manager, I just think now our chances of winning the Premier League is not happening. We're not winning nothing this season. And Hooks, you can say we're gonna win the treble. Sorry, mate, that's not happening. We're not winning the Premier League. We're not winning the Champions League, and we're certainly not winning any cups this year. So for me, we're not winning nothing. We're just gonna have to end this season trophyless again.
Nah, I hear that, Macy. I hear that, man. Rashid, I don't know if we can
Wow.
still hear you. Yeah. You're good
Wow,
now.
bro. You can hear me now, yeah?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
Macy, wow, bro. I don't know what to say after what you said. Do you know what it is? It all starts from the beginning of the season. We always knew that we have a problem creating. Our creativity is less than. I mean, you know, you saw how many goals we scored from open play until we put Eze in that number 10. So you saw what Eze can do in that number 10 and what he does to the team and how much more goals we can score with him in the team. But suddenly, Ødegaard comes back from injury. I was like, all right, it's Brentford. That's cool. You can play him. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about Aston Villa. I'm like, Aston Villa, you better not. Aston Villa, I want to see Eze. I don't want to see Ødegaard in that team. We've played with Ødegaard, Rice, and whoever plays in that number 6. You cannot create with these three in the midfield. You cannot. It didn't happen last season, the season before. You can't create with these two. You just have to understand it. There has to be some kind of understanding that we can't create with this midfield. We cannot. Today, lack of creativity is what got us in trouble. All the balls first half are going through Saka. Saka ain't gonna do nothing. He's doubled up on though. He's doubled up on. What's he gonna do? He's doubled up on. Do you know what I'm saying? So Saka's trying to go for the goal because he heard about his little stat that a whole year he got 2 assists and 6 goals. Because a couple of people were telling me, "Oh, what about 6 goals? What about 6?" There you go, 6 goals in a year and 2 assists. So he's thinking about it. Saka's already lost it. When have you seen Saka really complain like that to the ref or start shouting? Saka's not like that. He's lost it. It's time for him to sit down. It's time for him to calm down. Listen, you stay on the bench, focus on training. Don't talk to anyone. Don't talk to the media. Focus on you. Yeah? Bring in fresh legs, bro. Bring in someone else that can maybe create something. We started with Eze on the left. We played Eze on the left. Barely touched the ball. Every time he plays on the left, barely touched the ball. But we've got Ødegaard showing us heat maps. Heat maps. You see? On the left, he's showing us like red areas where, what's his name? Eze plays. Heat maps. Oh, he plays on the left. He plays on the left. Crystal Palace used to have overlapping right back and left backs. But he used to have overlapping. Do you know what I'm saying? You just left the Eze, barely touched the ball the first half. Didn't really see him at all. I didn't see him at all in the first half, apart from that little skill he did. That was amazing, but then we lost the ball. But the point is like, we've seen this midfield. We've seen this midfield before. It don't work. We go to the back. Calafiore, Howler. What's his name? Hincapié. Oh, my day. And as soon as I saw Hincapié on his bum, I knew that it's going to be a long day. Watkins should have scored that, by the way. I don't know if Watkins is a double agent. I don't know. Is he paid by Arsenal? Because how can you miss that? As soon as I saw him on his bar, I was like, all right, it's gonna be a long day. Oh shit. Do you know what I'm saying? It's always a long day against Emery, don't get me wrong, but like I thought maybe, you know what I'm saying, with our new system, the more defensive system, maybe you could have got out of this one. Maybe a little draw. I was going for a draw, do you know what I'm saying? But a loss is something that I didn't expect, bro. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen, bro. You can't blame injuries because let's be honest, man. You don't need that. Aston Villa have a good team. Don't get me wrong, but you can't blame injuries for this one because we had the best squad in the world. We had a 10 out of 10 summer window. All of these excuses don't run. You can't run any of these excuses. Nobody can say injuries ever this season. You can't say it. Arteta second half brought in Trossard late. How does Trossard not play? He's been our best attacking player. Trossard has been our best attacking player. Oh, but he's injured. So is Ødegaard. That's the point. You get it? It's not like you're someone that saves players. You don't save them. You don't save players. You play him straight away. Right? If Rice gets injured today, as soon as he comes back, he's playing. Right? How come Trossard's not playing? Why Trossard not playing? Well, he's injured. That's not an excuse, bro. The reason why Trossard didn't play is because you had to force Eze in this team. Because Eze, that number 10 is his right now. I'm sorry. If you love Ødegaard, you don't, I don't care. Right now, Eze's the number 10, okay? When he starts to mess up, we can bring in your Ødegaard. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it works. It's a team. Why didn't you bring on Trossard? Start with the game with him. Best attacking option. Marino, barely saw him, bro. Barely saw him, and I was so praising him against Brentford. Do you get it? I was praising him against Brentford. I was like, yo, Marino, bro, the movement, no, man. He barely touched. Did Marino touch the ball, by the way?
I didn't see
Did
him.
he touch the ball?
I didn't see him, bro. Maybe he went for lunch. You know, like at work, I'm going for lunch. I'm taking my lunch.
Oh, he went for lunch. Yeah, he went for lunch early. That's it. Get the packed lunch. Get the tuna sandwiches. Yeah, tuna cucumber sandwiches. Yeah, cut them up. Open up the crisps. Come on, bro. What are we doing here? What is he doing? It's not funny. It's mad. I really didn't see him, bro. I am looking back at it. I'm trying to think of any kind of. I didn't see him, bro. I did not see him. Saka, bro. Saka. Oh, man. Saka needs to...
Marino thrives on runners and pacey attackers. Once you play Marino and Eze up top, you've lost your ability to transition, and that's the problem. What Eze is not going to stretch the defense. Marino picks up very clever positions, but he needs runners, and he didn't have that, and that was the problem. That was so obvious from the start.
Do you know what it is? When we started this season, we were getting through games with set pieces. Let's be honest here. We were 17th from open play, people. This ain't no joke. 7 years deep, 17th from open play. Just 3 games ago, we were 17th from open play. This is not a joke. At least be 10th, 8th. All right, cool. Fair enough. You know what I'm saying? You can't rely on one weapon. No way. No way you can go into a game and that's the plan. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is the plan A. Arteta's got a plan A. If the other opposition faces us with the same physicality, you know what I'm saying? Runners. Do you know how many times they opened us up today? Do you know how many times Watkins could have scored? Our midfield.
Did you see how drained Rice was? Did you see how drained Rice was, bro? He looked like Chris Eubank, bro, after the last fight with Conor Benn. He looked done, bro. Like that guy's been running to the ground. You can see it. He's been running to the ground.
Bro, and did you see when he dropped? When he dropped, he was doing. He dropped for a moment. He was like on
the block that hit him like on the side. He got winded, bro. He's knackered, bro. He's the next one to go down, bro. I'm telling you, these guys think these players indestructible, bro. He's not been rotated. It's crazy, Rashid.
Who are you gonna rotate him with? North. Do you know who's his backup? Marino, his backup. That's his backup, people. You fucking that's his backup. That's his backup. Marino.
Well, we shouldn't complain because we've got the best squad in Europe. Yeah. This is the thing. The argument, they can't have it 2 ways. They can't say we got the best team in Europe, and then when we need to rely on Northsides and Zubamendi's and all these other guys and Moreno possibly playing as a DM, and then we can complain. They can't. We never made the claim that we got the best team in Europe. Nope. You can't have it both ways. But you know this fan base like it both ways. Do you know what I'm saying? Now they're going to tell you don't panic. They're going to tell you don't panic.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time,
second loss of the season. I get it. Second loss.
Well, the losses and the draws are racking up. The losses and the draws are racking up, and a lot of them were avoidable. We didn't need to play 3 DMs against Liverpool and against Man City. We didn't need to do that. The manager decided to do that. That's why we had the wrong game plan. We didn't need to sit back against Liverpool, say we nullified Liverpool. We offered nothing to win the game. That's called rolling the dice. That's called chancing it. Then when they have a worldie, well, guess what? You didn't plan for the worldie. You didn't plan to win the game, point blank, period. Whether it's a worldie free kick from Sliber, doesn't matter what it is. You didn't plan for the worst case scenario. You planned for the best case scenario, which means you're not planning properly. Then we go into games like Sunderland and Chelsea. You're not playing for 90 minutes. So you're gambling again. The team doesn't turn up in 45 minutes. Before the 45 minutes, you can see it wasn't going for us. Sunderland were aggressive, drop points. Chelsea were aggressive, drop points. Then you want to be making changes. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Then you go into this game. We didn't turn up, bro. We didn't turn up all game. I'm just going to be real. We didn't turn up all game. This game, we got dominated. So this is, again, we didn't even turn up. But this is what we said. When you got the habit of, we'll turn up in the second half. We'll make changes in the second half. We'll address it. No, address it early, bro. The fact that this manager, till now, does not understand that Zubamendi is not press resistant. How many more times do we need to say this, bro? You're going up against a physical Aston Villa team, bro. That's going to make it difficult for you.
He sold it to the people that Zubamendi is better than Partey. It's too late now to go back. He sold it to the people. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people believe it, bro. Some people actually believe that Zubimendi is better than Partey.
Bro, some of them believe that Calafiori is better than Zinchenko, bro. We had good games from Zinchenko, but we rate you for a duration of a season. You're not good enough to lead us to a title, bro. And it's the same with Calafiori. Yeah, you can say Calafiori's had a couple of good games. That's what they kept saying. Well, today he got exposed, bro. And guess who called that out? We did. We told you can't rely on this guy. And when the going gets tough, look at the way he got cooked, bro. He got cooked today. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what happens when you got these inverted or attacking-minded fullbacks that think that, bro, I didn't even, before I even saw the lineup, I put the game on like 5 minutes late, yeah? I started watching the game 5 minutes. I'm like, is Calafiori our left winger? I actually thought he was our left winger. His position was all the way at the top near Marino, bro. But when we
He's
talk
the creative
about
spark.
want to hear it.
He's the
One
creative
ball over the
spark.
top every time, boom. He's not even there. He's not even there. So as much as we can look at Henkape and say, yo, Henkape was bad. Yeah, but who's next to him? This guy's going shops, bro. It's like Rashid going, yo, can you run shops here? Can you go get me, get Skittles? What do you want? Do you want Skittles? Do you want Cadbury? What do you want? You want what's it?
You want Monster Munch? Let's get
you don't want Pringles? Oh, do you want KA? Which one? The fruit punch? What are you
Make
doing,
sure
bro?
it's pineapple. Make sure.
Do you get what I'm saying, bro? So how can you defend next to a left back that doesn't even keep his position, bro? How can you do that? But anyway, do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's get Josh and then we'll get True Gunner, we'll get Brandon in as well. Josh, what do you make of this game, bro? I know you're a Liverpool fan, but what do you make of this game?
Yeah, I'll speak up from the Villa standpoint because I know you guys, the Arsenal guys, have spoken about Arsenal side of things. I'm as a neutral fan, I thought the game was a really good game to watch, just in general. I have to say, man, listen, Unai Emery, he slept on as a tactician. I think he started the game. I think Villa started the game excellently. They pressed really well, and they deserved to go 1-0 up. They had the best chances in the game. I think Matty Cash had a shot that was saved by Raya, and I think Ollie Watkins should have scored as well. So they deserved to go 1-0 up. Arsenal made some good adjustments. Subs straight away into the second half. Trossard, who is actually underrated at this point. His ability to just come on and change the game, his technique is just really good as well. Athleticism is decent. Victor Gyökeres did what I expected of Victor Gyökeres, which is absolutely nothing. And the adjustments that Unai Emery made to counteract the stuff that Arteta did was phenomenal. Because after like the hour mark, you can see Villa just took control of the game straight away. They took control of the game straight away, and the way that they were passing it around the back, even 85 minutes in, Arsenal were pressing them in their third, and they're just bopping the ball around, getting it out. The only person that was probably a weaker link as the game went on was Ollie Watkins, who came off because he just couldn't hold up the ball. And that's probably credit to and credit has to go to Henkape, who grew into the game, and Jurriën Timber as well, who's playing out of position. Unai Emery, man, he's a top tactician, man. And look, as a Liverpool fan, I'm looking at any manager, anyone that can do get anything out of a team, bro. Like, please join my club, man. Like, I have to say, Emery put on a clinic today, a masterclass. And you know what? I have to apologize to Rashid. A couple of weeks ago, I was gaslighting you, saying, "Listen, don't worry, man. The set pieces, listen, it's something. It's a really, really good weapon." But no, I think ultimately I have to hold that, man, because Rashid was right. You can't keep relying on set pieces, especially when Gabriel's injured. Mosquera is now injured. All the height has been taken out of your team, and that was. I will say this: the one thing that Villa probably didn't do enough of was probably putting some good crosses into the box, because you've got a 5'10" and a 5'11" player playing at centre back, and they probably could have done with, when you've got someone like Amadou Onana in the midfield, they probably could have done with. They probably could have taken advantage of that as well. But yeah, and I'll just end on this, man. I know people have touched on it, but I feel vindicated. I've been telling my mate who's a hardcore Arsenal fan, saying, listen, I don't rate Ødegaard at all. He doesn't do anything for me. Like, I don't see what he brings to the table. And today is a day where I'm going to message him later on. I'm going to ask him, listen, what going for your boy Ødegaard, man? Because as the captain of the football club, you've come back into the team. You're a midfielder.
Is that his boy? Is that his boy? Like, he likes Ødegaard.
Yeah, he likes Ødegaard. He goes, no, I believe in Ødegaard. I told him for 2 years, Ødegaard is not that guy. He's overrated. He's not physical enough. He doesn't impact the game enough, and he's picked up too many injuries. And to be honest with you, Ødegaard at this point in his career, he's been a failed wonder kid. He's had one good season for Arsenal, in my opinion, which is 22-23, and that's it. He's been given the captaincy. He was given, in my opinion, he was given the captain's armband because at the time, because of the lack of characters in that team. That's all. If you look at that Arsenal team when he was given the captain's armband, there was no really big characters in the Arsenal team, and that's why he was given it. And to be honest with you, like I said, I sit vindicated, man. The guy is overrated. He doesn't really know how to control a game. He runs around a lot, and that's about it, to be honest. And I don't think it's any impact. I think it's zero impact.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll let someone else jump in now. I'm gonna head off, boys. Thank you for having me on North here.
Nah, big up, Josh, man. Big up, bro. Every single time. Big up, man.
Also, congratulations to going to Barcelona with that, yeah?
Big up, bro. Big up, man.
Take care, man.
Big up, bro. Love, man. Brandon, you've been waiting patiently, bro. Have your say, man. What'd you make of this, man?
Well, I've been reasonably positive up until now, I would say, Northside. You know, I come on a couple of weeks ago, said, you know, don't panic too much. I'm panicking now. Why? Because we just don't seem to learn. You know, the one thing that I was positive about with Arsenal this season was every time somebody else around us dropped points, we capitalised on it. However, 5 games we've dropped points in the Premier League, and 3 of them have been Arteta's fault, including today. That ain't good enough. The lineup was wrong. Yeah, you got to understand your players, right? Okay, Mikel Merino has been pretty good recently. He had a decent performance against Brentford, but today was not a game for Mikel Merino up front. Today was not a game to move Eberechi Eze out of the midfield and put him out wide. Today was the game where you realise that Declan Rice has played minute after minute after minute, not just for Arsenal, but for England, right? And he needs more protection. He needs more energy in that midfield because he can't do it on his fucking own. But again, I'm watching Rice running around, doing his absolute most that he can. And you're right, he's drained. Yeah, he's drained. Who else is helping him? Who else is helping him? Who else is showing the same amount of energy as what Declan Rice does, or even trying to show that energy? Nobody. Ødegaard, weak, feeble, piss poor in that midfield. Eberechi Eze, right? I'm going to call him out as well. This ain't fucking Crystal Palace anymore, sunshine. You're at Arsenal. You think you can drop performances like what we've seen today, like what we've seen against Chelsea, where you're non-existent in the game. I don't care if you're playing out of position. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. We spent big bucks on you for you to come in and be the game changer, right? In that first half, he was pathetic. He was pathetic against Chelsea as well. No player is safe from criticism. Let me make that clear. Yeah, no play. You're at Arsenal. We're trying to win a Premier League title. We're trying to go out and win big trophies. We can't afford to have passengers. And we've got far too many fucking passengers. Far too many. Yeah? Aston Villa. Long balls over the top to Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins bullying both of our centre-backs.
Crazy.
2 centre-backs versus one centre-forward. Getting bullied by Ollie Watkins. Sorry, is Ollie Watkins all of a sudden Nick Voltermada? Is he like 6'5" fucking winning? Do you know what I mean? I don't understand what the hell we was playing at today. And you could tell from the opening 5 minutes, we weren't there to win the game. We was not there to win the game. And we got what we deserved in the end. We deserved to lose that game. Yeah, but Arteta has to hold accountability again. Again. Because it's his lineup that fucked it up. Yeah, he brings on Trossard in the second half. Trossard scores the goal to get us back into the game. And then he's taking the geezer off. What the fuck are you doing, sunshine? If you want to bring Martinelli on because you think Martinelli's pace is going to do something, that's fair play. But don't take off the man who's just got us back into the game. What are you playing at? What are you playing at? What about the other man them that ain't done fuck all game? Bukayo Saka, Martin Ødegaard. Why not drag one of them 2 off and bring on Martinelli? Why are you dragging off the man who's just brought us back into the game? Why? Yeah. Why are you not taking we're chasing the game? Why are you not taking a defender off and just going for it? Why are you not doing something different, Arteta? It does not process in my brain how this manager continues to play the same way every single year against our former manager, and he gets his pants pulled down every single time, but yet he still doesn't sit and think, maybe I should do something different today. Yeah? A lot of people here might not rate Victor Gyökeres because he hasn't really done that much in an Arsenal shirt. But he was the guy who needed to start today. Why? Because he's gonna try and run in behind. He's gonna make the defenders think that he's gonna make midfielders think we can't go forward.
It depends on the wingers.
What do you mean?
It depends on the wingers. It depends on the wingers. If we're playing a Martinelli and we're playing a Saka, you can play a Moreno. But if you're playing Eze there, then you play Gyökeres.
I get what you're saying, yeah. But Moreno is never going to look to try and run off the shoulders of a defender because he's not like that. Yeah, Havertz, Jesus, they're the same. They're never going to look to run on the shoulder of the defense. You're never going to have, if you're playing a false nine, you're never going to get them two centre backs thinking, shit, we can't push too high because if we push too high, then this guy might just run off the back of us. Jesus doesn't do that. Havertz doesn't do that. Moreno doesn't do that. Victor Gyökeres will do that. So by playing Victor Gyökeres up front, they can't push high. They can't have a high line. They can't push further up. So therefore, they can't press us as high as what they did. But Arteta, doing what he did, playing Moreno, Aston Villa can play as high as they like. Aston Villa can press us as high as they like. And that was the problem from minute one. We know Aston Villa are a decent pressing team. We know Aston Villa are decent on the ball. And another thing as well, right? I don't care what happens in January, and I don't care if we need this guy or not, right? But the fact of the matter is sometimes you need to sign players, yeah, from other clubs, just so you've got them at your club and they haven't. If Arsenal do not go out in January and try and sign Morgan Rogers, something is fucking on. Because I tell you now, that guy, yeah, everybody thinks that Ødegaard is something, yeah. Everybody who thinks that that is what Ødegaard should be. Morgan Rogers is quality, not just quality. He's press resistant. He moves the ball really well. He's strong. He's physical. He's everything that these top gooners think Ødegaard is, but he fucking isn't. Yeah? Go out, get Morgan Rogers. Don't care how much it costs, what it takes, just go and get that guy. Because if he's not at a top club within the next year or two, I'll be shocked. If Man City or Liverpool or whoever doesn't come in for him within the next year or so, I'll be shocked. Arsenal, you better be in that conversation. I'll tell you that now. You better be in that conversation. But listen, guys, I've got to go. I've got to look after the kids and that. But yeah, big up.
Big up, man.
All right, big up, man. Big up, Brandon, man. Love every time.
Big up, Brandon. Big up.
Big up, man. Big up, bro. Elijah, before we get Dr. Dre, big up Dr. Dre in the house. You already know. He's the surgeon. You know what I'm saying? Big up every single time. Before we get you in, Elijah, you've been waiting patiently, bro. What's your thoughts, man?
Bro, honestly, it's draining at this point, man. Like, this guy is just too much, man. He does the same things over and over again, never learns, does all of this for nothing. He brought back Ødegaard and put him back in the midfield. Who asked for that? Nobody. Eze, in his last 3 games, had a hat-trick and an assist in Bayern Munich. What does this guy do? Brings back Ødegaard, and he wonders why Ødegaard gets injured every few games. Because you're bringing him back and you're not easing him into the team. You're doing the same things over and over again. Liverpool, we did 3 DMs. What did we go do? Man City. We went and did the exact same thing. Exact same lineup. Unai Emery has got this guy's number most times, 8 out of 10 times. This guy never learns. He just really doesn't. And it winds me up because it's like you're not learning. You're supposed to be a so-called manager, best manager in the world, top 5. You're on 15.6 million a year, bro. You do not deserve that right now. I don't care if you beat Bayern Munich, because at the end of the day, if it doesn't lead us to win the Champions League, it was all for nothing. Who cares? But bruv, like Northside, I understand why you get so vexed, yeah. I understand why you go on these panels, yeah, and you get shouted at. Honestly, you deserve better, because it's actually a wind-up right now. People defending this manager like he deserves to be defended. Yes, he's had a good games, but it doesn't lead to anything. It's all useless at the end of the day. Like, I don't understand. In this game, this guy put on Trossard and take him off. What the hell? What? Why? Just why? Like, bro,
but Ødegaard can play the whole game. Ødegaard can play the whole game.
I know Eze's been hot and cold, but at the end of the day, if it's between Ødegaard and Eze, I know Eze's a baller, but he's really not playing up too well right now. But that's besides the point. Ødegaard is the most overrated midfielder in world football. I'm sorry. People put in the KDB conversations. Bro, respectfully, you should be arrested for saying that. KDB. He's over 15% of KDB. Bro, Northside, man. I don't understand, man. This manager, the way he's doing certain things at this team, he will not win a trophy at the end of the season. Man City are this close behind us now. And Man City can go on a 15 to 20 game win run. Not draws, wins. And this guy, when it comes down to pressure, he folds every single time. He can't take it. You see him doing this all on the pitch because he can't handle it. We went last year, PSG. We beat PSG 2-0. Bro, at the end of the season, back in April, look what this guy goes to do. We got absolutely annihilated. He can't handle pressure and he can't handle the big moments. So we just might as well sack him right now. I know people are going to say, oh, he's won certain games. Who cares?
Let's sack him right now. Yes.
Oh my days.
I hear it. Go on, Dr. J, man. I hear it. Now, big up Elijah, man. I hear it, bro. I get your frustration. Yo, Doc, what you saying, man?
Yo, wagwan, brethren. I mean, like, I wish I was greeting you and everyone else in this panel and chat with much more, much more delightful, scenario. But swear down, like all I asked, so mind you, like I brought in 33 yesterday. The only thing I asked yesterday was, Arsenal, don't mash up my weekends. Swear down. And in classic form, they always find a fucking way to do so. I mean, as Elijah was saying, you nailed it so well on the head, but unfortunately, this club has been on the wind up for the past 6 years, hiring a novice who is so incompetent and inept at their job. They are so bad, because I am telling you, you could go out on the street right now. You could leave your house, folks, go outside, find a random stranger. You give them 6 years, £1 billion spent. You give them unquestioned authority and support at this club, and they will achieve the exact same thing that Mikel has done in this time span. However, if you give an experienced manager with a winning CV all of those aspects, they are winning trophies with half the money spent, and probably even half the time as well. If Emery was given all of this, all this unadulterated support and direction at the club, given the keys to the club that Arteta has been given for no reason, we would not be in this position today. We would probably not be even having this discussion right now. So yeah, if this club had a spine, if this club had a sack, this long overdue P45 has been marinating for years now, and it's coming. It's definitely going to be by the end of this season, should we not win anything. And we're definitely on that track to it. People could talk about how great the window was. I'm here to tell you, folks. Arteta could have the world's best 11 squads over the last 20 years, and he would still find a way to not win the league. He could have players like Ibrahimovic. He could have players like Seedorf. He could have players, like Vidic. He could have a keeper like Van der Sar. Still ain't winning jack all. Because at the end of the day, At the end of the day, it is all systemic from the manager. This is a manager, mind you, who had learned all of the worst things to pick up from Arsene Wenger during his worst part of his tenure as our manager. Arteta was never good enough to replace Cesc, but yet we play today like as if Arteta was a midfielder in our squad. We play such boring, flaccid, side-to-side passing. It is so it lacks creativity. It lacks incision, and God forbid, and God forbid, if you try to apply any type of accountability to this manager, swat it off. He is accountability averse and allergic, and it is absolutely appalling. Because again, like any other club that purports itself to be an elite club, they do not let this go on for so long. They are cutting the cancer out 2 years in, 4 years in, but not 6 years in and £1 billion spent. And the fact that people were still talking about, we were winning the quad in October, we were top of the league in the Champions League in November. You'll never sing that. As if we haven't seen this story play out time and again, where Arsenal starts strong in the first few months of the season. All the media is talking about, oh wow, this may be the year that Arsenal finally, get over the line, and win their first major, since 2004. And yet, in classic fashion, we always find a way to screw it up. Because honestly, this year they always say, oh well, Arsenal's going to win the league. All the competitors are falling. Yeah, the only team that will beat Arsenal is Arsenal, simply because we are so prone to sabotage because of that weak mentality that Arteta had absorbed during his time playing as an Arsenal player. He was composite towards bottom of the league in 2013-14, and he was captain of this squad in 2015-16 when we had bottled the league to Leicester. And he had replicated the same damn themes in 22-23 and in 23-24. So when we talk about as well, like how Arteta needs to be learning, it's 6 years in. If he hasn't learned a concept yet, he's never going to learn it. Just get it through your head. For the likes of Ødegaard et al. All right. If he hasn't learned a concept, he will never learn a concept. It's this far into a process. Just face the facts. Some people are inept. Mikel is inept. I don't know how much more time and money we need to give someone to demonstrate that they are just not up to task. And we have the agenda. No, if you're supporting the manager at this stage, if you're still backing him, if you're still backing inferior players at the expense of this club, you have the agenda, not us. All we care about is getting over the line. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the employees at the club or the personnel. It does not matter if the manager is Mikel Arteta, Luis Enrique, or Daffy fucking Duck. It does not matter. The only thing that matters is that you have the personnel for what it takes to get over the line and win. And if that personnel does not do it, then find some other folks who will do it. The end. Sorry for the rant, but good God, it is absolutely. It's absolutely brazy that that we're still having this debate. We ain't winning fuck all. We might as well just sack the manager right now and bring someone. And in fact, hell, just give it to AirPod Albert. I'm sure that he can at least win us a trophy this season, and then by next summer we can bring in an actual qualified manager. The writing has been on the wall at the onset of the season. We have spent £1 billion, and we are still talking about players in the first team that could be improved upon. There are still gaps in quality between certain positions. For example, the drop off between Rice and Ødegaard is just as great as the drop off between Saliba and Rob Holding all those years back. We are repeating the same themes and mistakes over and over again, and we are still failing and still learning how to fuck around and find out.
No, I hear it, bro. You know what the argument's going to be, to everything you said, and I completely agree. It's going to be, yeah, but we've only lost 2 games. And this lack of foresight from this fan base is exactly why we always stay in the same place. Because it's always, and I've been saying this from the start of the season. I've been saying this. They only want to have these conversations at the end of the season. But what is that really worth? You know, when they do the season reviews, let's do the season review. Where it went wrong for Arsenal, where Arteta got it wrong. What's the point talking about it then, or discussing it then, or making our voice as a fan base heard then, when everything is dead and gone? Yeah, you can, and they can keep saying, oh, but next season. Yeah, but you lost the Prem. You lost the FA Cup. You lost the Carabao. You lost the opportunity to add. Oh, but next time. The thing is, we've had 6 years. And this is the one thing that I disagreed with Half Volley when he was like, you know, the manager's a smart guy. If the manager's a smart guy, the things that we're calling out as a fan base, surely he should be able to see that. And this is the problem that I have with him, because not only is he arrogant, then he goes on press conferences and says, I don't have time to answer that question. Whenever it's a tactical question, I don't have time to answer that question. But then when they ask him about Pep, when they ask him about, how Declan Rice, when they ask him about Eze, he's cool about talking about that because he feels like it's praise upon himself. When he talks about Skelly getting into the England team called up, or when he gets praise about Dowman, he's cool for those conversations. But he's never open enough to talk about, remember the 3 DMs and the way he was getting criticized? What did he do? Got defensive about it. He only changed it because he didn't get results. If we was able to get some results, we would have been still playing 3 DMs. He is consistent. He consistently does the wrong thing until he knows his job's on the line, or it's not tenable anymore. How long did he keep Zinchenko at left back? How long did he want Jesus to be his number 1? How long did he run the Kai Havertz narrative when he first brought him into the team? Play in the midfield. Oh, he wasn't working after 17 games? Cool, we'll play you as a striker. He always wants to consist with the same players. He's going to consistently play whether he plays well or not. Ødegaard hasn't been great for the last couple of seasons. As soon as you're available, back into the team. Why? Because it's my favorite, and I'm going to play him. He constantly, and that's my biggest problem with him. I don't mind a manager that is stubborn, but be stubborn and win me trophies then, innit? Be justified in your stubbornness, but don't be stubborn. Don't be wrong and strong. And by the time he always wants to implement the changes, it's always next season. Let's be real. You said something, Doc, and I agree. I think it was you that said it about the start of the season. Start of the season, let's be real. Start of the season, we were playing a double pivot of Moreno, and we're doing all these stupid experiments. Moreno and Northside, a static midfield. All of these stupid experiments. We started the season, we started playing the 3 DMs. We already said before the game even kicked off, the first game we even played, that we said that don't work. Why are you experimenting during the season? You have brought in players. Why is it taking this long to be able, and you still don't know where Eze plays well? Because you want to bring Ødegaard into the game. Eze's giving you tangible evidence to show that he's more effective in a 10, but then you want, why? Because favoritism. His favoritism always gets in the way of the right decision to make. You've seen for how many games Zubimendi be pressed in the midfield. Why? But he has to start. Because he's your boy, he has to start. You're not going to try Skelly there. You're not going to try any of the, no, it has to be there. Calafiori, his best work is always in the final third. Even today, he was receiving the ball in the halfway. Yeah, I'm saying transitioning quite well. Why don't you play him as a winger? And if you like the fact that he attacks, and I actually think he's decent at attacking. He's quick. He's quite skillful. I saw him get around 2 players, lay it off. Like, you can see the attributes for Calafiori to play as an attacker, but you don't want to do that because you want to. He has to start, innit? He has to start as a left back, no matter what. Doesn't matter. Let's be real. Is this performance going to be held against Calafiori? No.
Of course not.
Performances haven't been held against him. Ødegaard won't be held against him. It's not about being in form. It's about, are you my favorite or not? We saw Ethan last season. People talk about Ethan's performances. Oh, but why would you bring on Ethan? But bro, when he was affecting games coming off the bench 10, 15 minutes, was he rewarded with extra minutes or starting games? No. So it's not about rewarding performances for this manager. It's about favoritism. And if I like you, you play. If I don't like you, it doesn't matter. Ethan, you can score last-minute goals. Dowman, you can win us a load of free kicks that makes Declan Rice more effective, and we can hit people on the set piece. Doesn't matter. You're not my favorite. Saka's my favorite. He plays. Doesn't matter if he drops a stinker. Saka won't be made accountable today. Nope. Bro, we see the favoritism.
Yeah. You know, and certainly that point, to address that Ødegaard bit, you know, I think some people need to realize the quality of attacking midfielders that we've had at the Emirates era, right? You know, like, Ødegaard is not as good as Rosicky, not as good as Kleb, not as good as Nasri, not as good as Arshavin, not as good as Ozil, not as good as Santi, not as good as, I mean, hell, we can even say not as good as Mkhitaryan, rather not as even as good as Julio Baptista. I mean, like, we have had such a luxury, and also we've had such a luxury of attacking midfielders here, and there are people out in the world and in this and in this chat saying, "Oh, Ødegaard's a good player." I don't think you recall what a good attacking midfielder is, really and truly. And the last point that I'll make is that as you were saying, all about narratives. Arteta after the game applies directly to this weak, soft pussyo underbelly that we have at this club. We are 18 games unbeaten, and still the margin is so small. Use that pain to go again. That's football. I'm here to tell you, we've dropped 7 points in the last 30 days. 7 points can make or break a title. Hold that, Arteta, fucking clown. Take this P45, be on your bike. Bring all your Arteta sexuals with you too.
It's what I can never get excited, man. I can never get excited. Like, and you know what? Yeah, for everything, like some people, we know which kind of fans tried to get onto us lot. But like, look how positive Lee was going into the Chelsea game. He was like, yeah, we're gonna slap them up. Why? Because of the momentum, the way we were playing. But this is why we stopped being that positive. Because every time we try to put the positivity, they slap us back in the face. Lee was going, he went loads of panels, said, we're slapping up Chelsea, whatever. Yeah, people say believe. Why don't you get back the team? Well, he was believing. Did we win that game? Because they try to put it on us like, oh, you guys don't believe, so we affect the game. Well, he believed then. The 22-23 season, towards the end of the season, he believed then. They tried to make us to blame more accountable than the people that actually manage the team and the players on the pitch. The players don't know me. The players don't watch me while they're playing, bro. They're not playing their game, and they're like, yo, what's North saying on the street? Oh, what was he? Oh, his match reaction's going to be toxic. Bro, they don't know me. So when these guys, the thought behind it is actually stupid. It's actually, I can't lie, it's actually retarded. Whether I believe or don't believe, I didn't believe that we'd beat Real Madrid. Didn't stop us beating Real Madrid. I didn't believe that we'll beat Atletico. Didn't stop us beating Atletico. Like, there's loads of games that I don't believe we're going to win, and the team proves me wrong. So what is this? Because you didn't believe. I believe what I see, bro. I don't believe in Tooth Fairy. I don't believe in Disney World. Yeah, I'm saying I don't believe in flipping the boogeyman. Like, this ain't Goosebumps, bro. This ain't Nickelodeon. I don't believe in that, bro. I believe in what I see, bro. Reality.
Yeah.
And I don't know why in football is the only place where you see grown men acting like this is Disney World. Bro, if you want Disney World, save up, go Disney World. But I see what I see with my eyes, bro. Not a facade. And this whole thing about, but we're going to drop points. Our overall argument is the frustration of not winning the league. We know we're going to get top 4.
Yep.
It's about winning the league. And when I'm seeing this manager and I'm calling him out tactically, me and Hooks had an argument about but he did make tactical change against Chelsea. Okay, so why were Chelsea the better team then? Why is it that we didn't score another goal to win the game then? Because the tactics weren't right. What was the tactical change today? Like, come on, bro. Like, the tactics aren't right, but they want to keep defending the man. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Like, and what part of your life do you not see bro? If you don't want to see reality, life's gonna hit you real hard, bro. Because when you fight reality, you can't fight reality, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't fight reality. What was the guy that played Blade? What was his name? That played Blade. Wesley Snipes. Spending money. T-Pain blew millions of pounds, bought a Bugatti, yeah? I got loads of money. It doesn't matter. I'm on every feature. I got loads of money. Didn't look at reality, yeah? Didn't control your spending. Reality hit. You're broke. The last bit of your money was that Bugatti that you bought. You can't not live in reality, because reality will always make you see the truth. And the reality is this manager warrants the criticism. He warrants all of this criticism. It's completely warranted. And at the end of the day, yeah, I'm sick and tired of, Aston Villa are a tough team. Sunderland a tough team. But Chelsea. But bro, you man are saying that we're October champions, dismissing all these guys, saying the league is rubbish. None of these are title contenders. So which one is it? Are they rubbish and they're not title contenders and the league is done? Or is it that they're tough teams? Because you man love to dismiss these teams before we play them. Then when we don't get the right result, it was a tough game. You weren't gassing Sunderland at the start of the season. You weren't gassing Aston Villa. You lot don't respect Emery. But now it's a tough. It's a tough game. It's a tough game. You know, Villa Park. You know, well, you know, it happens. It happens. I'm just sick and tired of the excuses, bro. I'm sick and tired of it. And this manager didn't experiment with a centre back pairing. This issue right now is on Arteta, and I'll tell you why it's on Arteta. You never tried to build the chemistry between Henkape and Mascara. You kept playing them next to one of the starters, so you never built chemistry. The same way you never built chemistry between Eze and Gyökeres, and you continue not to build a chemistry there when they're supposed to be the team players to elevate us. Everybody said that Eze is the upgrade to Ødegaard. Okay, cool. So play him next to Gyökeres, because apparently we were screaming for Gyökeres in January last season. So now you've got the striker and he's available. Build that chemistry, bro. Players need to build chemistry and understand how each other want to play, but instead you keep playing Moreno. So that stops Gyökeres getting better and understanding Eze, and Eze understanding when to release the ball to Gyökeres and when not to. And the team to understand the way Gyökeres wants to play. Instead, you isolate him when he's available and you want to play to Moreno. So why did you go and get Gyökeres then? And why were we calling for Gyökeres? Football's not just about bringing too many players in. Liverpool have had various issues, but they've had issues because they brought new players in and they haven't gelled. How do you get players to gel? Play them together. But this guy is always chopping and changing. And this is why this team at times looks dysfunctional, because you're chopping and changing all the time. Sometimes Eze on the left, sometimes Madueke on the left, sometimes Madueke on the right, sometimes Ødegaard in the 8, sometimes we play him in the 10, sometimes we're moving Moreno to play a false 9, sometimes target man. Bro, this is the confusion as to why we were the way we was when the season started. There's no clear identity. You're either all out set piece and playing for set piece, we'll fall back and we'll just play set piece, or you actually want to kick ball. Why is it that you're a manager that can't blend the two? It's not difficult, bro. We're going to get set pieces whether you play for them or not, so you can be effective on that. We've got the set piece culture. Why can't you coach the team to actually play for a press? Why can't you coach the team to actually have patterns of play in the final third? Why can't you? Why? I don't understand it. Because you've got the players. We've all said you've got the team. So what's the excuse? It looks like a coaching issue to me. But the set piece coach can coach, but you can't coach the team.
Fact.
So maybe I agree. Let's give it to the set piece coach then.
Give it to him.
A coaching issue. It's not good enough, man. You can't complain about players and we need money and you want money spent, and then you get the actual players that can deliver that. Then you're holding the team back. Come on, bro. What's going on? This manager's a fugazi, bro. Like he's a good manager, not an amazing manager. And he's a good tactician. He's not a great tactician. And these games prove it. You're not an elite tactician. And this is why the best teams in Europe will always have his number. And this is why it comes to the crunch end of the season, you'll always get exposed. Because you're not on that level. Every single time. Things look great when we go up against Bayern. And all we need to do is just put some runners on. And all of a sudden we explode. Yeah, things are great. Things are great when you go up against Atletico and plan B works and plan A works. And yeah, we look amazing. As soon as we start getting nullified, yeah, like the PSG game, Chelsea, Sunderland, now Aston Villa. What's this manager's reply? What's the plan B? So all the fans that don't agree with us, yeah, explain to us what the plan B is, bro. Because we ain't seeing the plan B.
Facts.
Still after 6 years.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's always the plan B that we've been worried about. Today we played the same way we played last season. This is the team that played the same way we played last season. U-shaped football, and we went back to that. How many crosses did Saka put on the box that were aimless? How many? When did that happen? Last season, same shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Moreno couldn't get a touch. We've already played, what's his name? Eze on the left. We've already played him, and it didn't work. He's not learning from stuff that are just happening like 2-3 games ago. Do you know what I'm saying? We saw that Eze can't play there. Players like he doesn't mix and match. We go against the team. We were 1-1, yeah, at one point. Go for it. How come Emery went for it? How come Emery went for the win and you didn't? But you're supposed to be the coach that's going to win the league. But I'm not seeing you wanting to win these games. I'm seeing you trying to play the safe park the boss and hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? The best outcome, and that's that. Do you get me? You should have went for it. We had the chance to. It was 1-1. We had momentum. You go for the game. Why are you trying to like control the game? Trying to get out of? I feel like he wanted to get a draw out of this one. I'll be real. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like, bro.
Yeah, look, guys, I think the thing with Arteta, I think North, you put it quite right. I don't think Arteta is a bad manager. He may well not be elite, and I think we will eventually find that out this season. The evidence will show whether he's actually capable of going the extra mile or not. For me, whenever you find a manager wedded to a player, that constrains anything he can do, right? And I think making Ødegaard the key cornerstone of this team, like you say, sorry, I can't remember your name, but the game we saw today is a game we haven't seen for some time this season. And that's the worrying aspect. I haven't seen us play like this lateral sideways passes, possession but nothing football. We haven't seen that all season. And it's just by pure coincidence that Ødegaard was back in the team when we started playing like this. So for me, the worrying aspect is, as much as Arteta, gets a lot of criticism, etc., and he learned his trade under Pep, I think Arteta kind of draws some of his philosophy from Arsene Wenger, because as great as Wenger was, Wenger always had his generals, and he played them no matter what. And I think that's what killed us towards the end of Wenger's era, that he had some players who he always played, and now Arteta's got Ødegaard, and it's like, I'm gonna shoehorn him into the team at any cost. Whenever a manager does that, the team becomes constrained and he plays a certain way. And you saw that today. I haven't seen Arsenal play today like we did today all season. It's like a throwback to 2-3 years.
Someone was injured.
Sorry?
Someone was injured. That's why we weren't playing like this.
Yeah, that's
Someone
what I'm
else
saying.
was in midfield.
Exactly. So we had even opposition fans watch Arsenal Arsenal got a real steel to them. Like they look like they're in control. They're more direct. Why? Because our midfield was a lot more direct. We had Eze at the tip of the triangle. He may not be easy on the eye in terms of possession and demanding the ball and doing things, but what he has is, as I said, killer instinct. And that's what wins you the league. When it's tight, when the game is tight and it's evenly balanced, Eze is the player who's going to settle the game, not Ødegaard, because his game relies on players making certain runs, showing for the ball, etc. It's like a hierarchy, the way he plays. He needs players to be doing certain things. Eze doesn't need that. So for me, I think the worrying part for me, moving on from today, is that this manager is going to do what he does, which is the familiar, what he's rehearsed, what he knows. He's going to stick with it, and eventually we're going to run out of steam. When you listen to Paul Scholes and all these other players, and they talk about Fergie, they also used to say Fergie, right, from January, he always used to keep the team in the mix, and then when it gets to January, that's when they really go for it. I feel like Arteta, as much as I said, I'm not like a huge critic of his, like some of you are, in terms of thinking he's a clown, useless, etc. I think, you must have something about you to be a coach of an elite club. But what I'm seeing is bad judgment. And I think the way he's running this team now, we're going to run out of steam by February, March. He's overplaying.
Bad judgment. That's the thing. It's repeated bad judgment. And it's kind of like not learning from your lessons. And it's kind of like, for fuck's sake, here we are again saying the same old shit that we were saying like 2 years ago. I don't expect to be coming on streams and be saying the same shit that I've been saying like 2-3 years ago. I expect a person who's paid 88 times as much as the Prime Minister of the UK to be able to learn that like incumbent with like your job. I expect someone who's paid like 90 times, almost 100 times as much money as the Prime Minister of the UK. I expect him to be able to learn his lessons, and this motherfucker still doesn't. And so it's no surprise that we are in our situation again, that we are here right now. Aston Villa away, we are shit at. Early kickoffs were away, we're shit at. Unai Emery teams were shit at. Well, who knew what was going to happen today then? Like, it's just, I actually had a thought that we might do them today as well. It's just kind of like crazy, man. Like, do I have to sit through this whole fucking thing again? Do I have to go to March and April and be blah, 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 and all this? Do we have to keep going through this thing again? Like, we have a very good squad, man. We just need somebody at the helm who has experience. I'm not saying that Arteta is a terrible manager. I'm not having a go at him. It's not a personal thing. He just has repeatedly proven that he cannot get us over the line. This is Arsenal fucking football club, man.
Rob,
You
can
have to get us over the line.
Can I just say, just to add on to what you just said quickly, it's also us not wanting a generation like us. You know, squads go into cycles. Squads have cycles. Even the great Barcelona team had cycles. You know what I mean? Man City had cycles. Now they're rebuilding. They've had many cycles and they rebuild. Liverpool as well, rejuvenating that team. They used to have Mane. They used to have Firmino. They used to have Henderson. You know what I mean? Wijnaldum. When you have a group of good players, you have to maximize that team. It's the same that I look at for Portugal. When I see a great generation, I know it's international even more, because international is not you're not trading players. Your national team is your national team. You've got the players that you got, and it is what it is. But when you've got a generation, like the generation of the Spanish team, the Spanish national team that won everything, it was full of Barcelona and Real Madrid players, and they won the World Cup, they won the Euros, they won everything. Do you know what I'm saying? When you have a group of players that are able to go and win you the league, and you are not maximizing that potential, what happens is it fades into just potential not reached. And then you have to rebuild. Eventually, we're going to have to rebuild for various reasons. Players might get injured, never come back the same. You know what I'm saying? Or you could have certain players that will leave, or you get certain players that get comfortable. Yeah, and then they just, the mentality sets. Like for example, Man United and Arsenal. So long the club was so dead that players just started coming to the club and think, well, there's no pressure to win. Well, you don't have to. You can get a good wage, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? William, check. You start getting more mercenaries. The more your team is comfortable with not winning, the more mercenaries start attaching to your team. We saw it with Arsenal. We know why Czech came, Willian came. You know what I'm saying? All these players coming in, El Nene's thinking, it's okay. Like, you don't need to win, whatever. And then you weed out the winners, the Alexis Sanchez's and the other players that want to win, Fabregas's, and they're you know what? I'm done with this. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All these other players for different reasons. The team that's able to win a major, when you don't maximize it and you don't win it, for various reasons, they start leaving. And we see this across numerous teams, numerous clubs. And this is the thing, yeah. We don't want to sit here and go, oh, well, you know what? That team in 2025, we could have won the league, but look what happened. You know what I'm saying? Further down the line, Saka went here, Saliba went there, this, that. Oh, or the team got older. You know what I mean? Now they're coming down. Now they're not at their peak potential. They're not at their peak ability. Now we've got players that are over the hill. Bro,
we want to be wrong. We want to be wrong about this guy. Like I've supported Arsenal since 1993. Of course, I want to be wrong about him. Like I don't think he's got the stuff to get us over the line when the pressure moments come. And like people talk about like, oh well, we got this game out of the way, we got that game out of the way. No. The name of the team doesn't matter. It's the time that matters. It's like if you're going to play a team in March, if you're going to play a team in April, and things matter. We don't have evidence from this manager that he can get us over the line. As much as we would sort of like cuss out Wenger, and I was cussing out Wenger a lot, like he had evidence that he could get us over the line. We don't have this with this guy. We don't have it.
So the one thing that I want to ask, so we talk about like facades of things, right? Like how things can perhaps look good from far, but when you get a little bit closer, you realize that it's not really as good as it looks. Don't you think that perhaps £1 billion spent in 6 years is kind of glossing over the fact that Arteta really is just a subpar and not a good manager? Because again,
they'll argue that.
I think, look, guys, I think he's a good man. He is a good manager.
There you go.
He's a good manager, but
he's not. Whether he's elite is I think is the key question here. Can he go from good to elite? Because this is ultimately his first job. He hasn't got a history of delivering trophies from another club or within this club. He is 43, 44 years old. He's a young manager. So I think he's undoubtedly a decent manager with a decent brain. Is he elite? Is he elite?
What do you mean undoubtedly? Because mind you, the only trophy that he has won to date is an FA Cup with the squad that he had inherited, with individuals that he purposely kicked out of our club, despite for the fact that they had won him his only trophy. He has then spent the next 6 years going on in a few weeks' time, spending over £1 billion spent, and at an elite club, which I do believe that we all think that Arsenal is an elite club, or at least we all purport to be an elite club. We have not won jack shit. So and furthermore, he is still repeating the same mistakes that we had seen in year 1, in year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, going on year 6. So when I say undoubtedly, like, what does that entirely mean that he is a good manager? Like, what has he done to prove that he is anything else but just average? And he has been given all the tools and the resources to succeed, but has still failed time and again.
Second place. That's what they're gonna argue. What you said is 100% correct, but like second place, that's what they'll argue. They'll tell you he got second place, and not a lot of managers could get it. Even with money, there's some managers with money and don't get second place. Do you get what I'm trying to say here? He'll probably say,
let's have some perspective here. I think when you look at where let's not turn this into some sort of advocacy for Arteta. Is Arteta good or bad? And I think we can collectively agree that he's got something going for him. Whether he can coach a team to win a football match, he can compete at the highest level. He can psychologically impact a team. He can make changes. He can change a culture. He can do a number of good things, right? But to win a title, you need to be elite. Right, you need to be elite, and that's the difference. What I would agree is the question marks still remain. Arteta is not elite until proven otherwise. Now, you look at what's happening at Liverpool at the moment. When Slot came in, he won the league in his first season, right? What I always say, and I want you to really grasp this, right? It's a lot easier to win the league with a team that's ready than to build a team that can win it. Building a team, right? And that's why Slot is fumbling at the moment. To find a balance, to build a team that can compete at the highest level, it's hard work. But if you have a team that has already been, it's full of winners, they've been there, they've done that, and you come in and you do slight tweaks, you can win it. So it is possible that a next manager after Arteta next season can come and win the league. Why? Because the cornerstones.
Some managers are builders.
Yeah,
that's what they are.
Yeah. So the elite manager is who takes you from being good to being really elite. And maybe Arteta is not that manager, but I think we shouldn't be disingenuous and discount that. Oh well, he's rubbish and what he's done. There are some.
Define rubbish though. I don't think Dr. Seymour meant like he's.
I don't really. I feel like that's a bit of a. I feel like you're kind of trying. Like what you're saying is like. As if that's impossible to do. Like, let's just be real. Slot won the league last season, and this whole fan base discarded that team, saying they're not good enough to win the league. So, going by what football fans were saying at the time, that squad was actually no longer built to actually win a major on it anymore. And that's why a lot of people were writing them off at the start of the season. So let's just be honest about it. We've seen Conte also go to Chelsea, and that team wasn't favourites to win the league either, and he didn't build that team to win the league, and he won it. We've also seen other managers come into the league. Even Man City, like most managers go into a team where they need to build it up to that level. Like Man City with Pellegrini and other managers like that, and taking over from managers that were failing. So, was Unai Emery's team that won the Europa, were they built to win the Europa? Was Jose Mourinho's side built to win the Europa with Man United? Probably not. Those were back in the days where some of the teams in the Champions League dropped down into the Europa League. Was Ange's team built? Yeah. Tuchel, another one. Ange's team, that Spurs team was not built to win the Europa League, but they won it. Tuchel as well. Go into Chelsea after Frank said this team ain't ready to win a major under their kids. So they weren't built to win a major. Process. He won it. So this is the thing. It's not like we can't go and say, even the Mourinho team with Porto, that team wasn't built to win the Champions League, but that team won it. Do you get what I'm saying? Inter winning the treble. Leicester as well. So this is the thing. Let me just say this here. This is the thing. You can't give you can't formulate that into an excuse for the manager. You're either good enough for the job or you're not good enough for the job. And the way you frame that is to make it seem like, oh, but it's a hard job. Yeah, that's why you're paid so well. Being prime minister is a hard job. Why you're paid so well. Being a doctor is a hard job. That's why you paid so well. Doesn't mean that you don't take away the judgment on how good that person is in fulfilling that role. You get paid based on the difficulty or the rarity of your skill set. But if you're not good enough, nobody cares about how hard it is. You don't go to a mechanic here. This is why this mentality don't work for me. You don't go to a mechanic and say, well, I had a problem with my engine and I paid you. Well, and then the mechanic turns to you, go, well, it's a hard job. I mean, do you know how to fix an engine? How many people don't know how to fix an engine? Yeah, but I'm paying you. Oh, yeah, but, you know, do you know how to fix an engine? Do you know how to strip an engine down? It don't work like that in life, bro. At the end of the day, you are paid according to the difficulty of your skill set. There is expectation regardless. There's expectation even if you go to a McDonald's drive-thru, you pay your food, you want it hot. You want it as you expect it. And that's just even the bare minimum. So we can't look at this manager and say, oh, well, do you know what? Yeah, it's so hard to build it. Well, guess what? Well, maybe you're not good enough for the job then, innit? Well, maybe you're not good enough for the job. If you look at Blockbusters, when they went bust, they don't look at like, oh, well, the manager turns around, well, you know, Netflix has come around. Nah, why are you not selling DVDs? That's your job. Why are you not selling DVDs? You think the people that got stocks in it, the shareholders, you can turn around to them, oh, well, have you sold DVDs? Or have you just invested money? Have you sold? Bro, it don't work. So when people try to escape this manager from accountability, nowhere in your life do you pay for a service, and we are fans and we do pay a service. Whether you're paying for Sky, whether you're paying ESPN, wherever you're paying for shirts, we're paying customers. There's a level of service. You don't pay your internet, and right now you can't go on the internet. You'll be phoning Vodafone, you'll be phoning Sky, you'll be like, I paid for my flipping service. Where's my internet? So why can't we look at a manager and say, sorry, it's not about the difficulty of the job. You applied for the job. You took the job on. You signed the job. You can't now turn around and say, oh, well, the job is hard.
And you're getting paid a shitload to do the job as well.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, North, what I'm trying to say, right, I'm making a clear distinction here. I think winning, you don't have to be the best team to win cup competitions, evidenced by Spurs winning the Europa last season and finishing, you know, third or fourth from bottom. But you absolutely have to be the best team to win this league, right? We can all agree on that. And to win the league as a manager, you need to be elite. And that's the question mark hanging over Arteta. I cited the Liverpool example as Slot inheriting the team. When you look at the Liverpool team last season, right, what people forget, and Liverpool were seen as some underdog. The season before, Liverpool actually topped the league for more weeks than Arsenal or City. They topped the leagues by like 86 weeks. And it was Arsenal 79 weeks. So the foundation of the team was already there. And then when you look at that team as well, they had teams who'd been there and done it, right? It was already built and cooked. This is not to say that Slot is not an elite manager, because as I say, to move from competing to winning the damn thing, you need to be elite. And that's the question mark we have over Arteta. He's got us competing. That makes him a good manager. Can he get us to win it? That's the elite.
Okay.
That's the elite.
I
understand that.
Hold on a second, brother. Anyone can spend £1 billion and be competitive like that.
No, absolutely not.
That is the baseline. That is the baseline.
That's not true. We know that Man United and Chelsea have spent equally those sums of money and not competing.
Under different managers with different visions and perspectives, like for how they should be leading the club. No,
I think spending £1 billion over 6 years to take a team from 8th to competing at the top is par for the course, right?
By the way, our team, when we got 8th, we weren't supposed to get 8th. It was a team that would probably get 4th that time, 4th, 5th. I don't know why people say that we had a shit team. We went player for player last season before that. We went player for player.
You're right. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
By the previous manager, he dropped us down to 8th. His management dropped us down to 8th, because with the previous manager, we didn't finish 8th. And it was still a good enough team to win a cup, and it was still a team that got to a Europa League final, which he's never got to.
We were a penalty away from being a Champions League team. We were literally, I was at the game as well, 1-1 with Brighton. We were leading 1-0 against Brighton. If Granit Xhaka hadn't done his stupid shit against Solly March, is his name, isn't it? And conceded a penalty, we would have won that game. And like,
it was a myth. Rob, it was a myth. They started this myth so we can believe in the process.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
That's what that is.
If it's so difficult to do, why are you man believing in a novice then?
If the job is so hard, like if a job is so hard, yeah, do you believe in someone that's a CEO let's say it's a CEO position, difficult position. Do you put your faith in the novice that just got qualified from uni, has no work experience, or the person that's got 20 years work experience and's been there, done that? This is why I don't understand why man back Arteta, bro. If the job is genuinely as hard as you say, and I agree, this is exactly the point why we don't believe in him. Because you're not qualified for the role in the first place.
It's so close.
It doesn't make sense.
2 nips.
It don't make sense though, innit? It can't
Guardiola.
It can't be a tough job that a novice can do. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough job that a novice can do. Like what that don't even to me, that don't make sense, bro.
Yeah, but he's a student of Pep Guardiola. Do you get it, North? That's how they dazzled us. We were like, oh shit, this guy learned from
Alex Ferguson had. How many of them became top managers? Yeah, I'm saying. How many of them become? What about Jose's one as well? Villas Boas. What did he do at Chelsea? Do you know what I'm saying? This whole myth about you're next to the guy does not necessarily make you the guy. Yeah, you've got Sir Bobby Robson, you've got Mourinho and stuff like that. Yeah, you get some. But just because you're next to the guy don't make you the guy, bro. And Fergie, let's be real, bro. That guy is like the coldest manager we've seen in the Prem. Let's just be real. Like Fergie was the guy. Like I know Pep is the guy, but Fergie was different though. Like Fergie dominated 13 Premier League titles, bro. Come on, man.
Madness.
Relentless.
Like, Fergie
Madness.
was cold.
It was just mixed, bro. That was started. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, bro. Go on.
You know, and I would even say, you know, you could probably give Brendan Rodgers £1 billion over 6 years, and you know that he's gonna be winning more than one league title. You know, again, if you really want to have this conversation, we can look back to a lot of coaches and managers over the last 15 years. You know, like who had plenty of experience, but they were operating, you know, like in mid-table clubs. You give them all of that money. You give them all of those time and patience and resources and unquestioned authority and support at this club. They are winning something before Arteta will ever get over the line.
Yeah, look, I'll push back on that because I think you're making a wrong correlation between spending money and competing. We've seen Liverpool this season spend £500 million and got worse. So there is no guarantee that spending money is going to make you competitive. As you're going to make some mistakes, right? You're going to get some signings wrong, and you're going to rectify it over time. Unfortunately, some managers don't get given the time to rectify it, and that may well be Arteta. I think this season is going to prove he's got the best possible resources he's ever had at this club now. Depth, injuries are not excused, no more excuses. For me, as much as I don't disparage the manager, some of you guys, in terms of thinking he's entirely useless, I also think there's no excuses this season. This season, he's got all the possible resources, tools, you name it, he's got everything, and he has to deliver. If he doesn't deliver, we should say, you know, thanks for your... Like Peter Hillwood, if you guys remember him, you know, our old chairman, like he used to say, you know, thanks for your interest in our affairs. You know, see you later. We'll bring something.
They won't though. They'll tell you context. See,
I'm okay with that.
This is what they're gonna do. Yeah, not to cut you off, but like it's the point. Context. So if we get second place and we lose by 2 points, do you know what I'm saying? Oh, Man City spent a lot of money. What are we gonna do? They went out there, spent a lot of money. They're gonna win it. That's first excuse. Second excuse is injuries. Oh, we had injuries. If that player and that player was ready for this game and that game, we would have won it and so on. If we get semi-final in the Champions League, oh bro, come on. You gotta look at the context, bro. He's nearly there. So they'll sell you the idea to keep this guy. They'll actually sell the idea to keep this guy. So if this guy ain't gonna lose his job, I know for a fact he's not going to lose his job if he don't win anything this season. If he gets close, he's still going to stay. They're thinking of giving him they're thinking of giving him a new contract before the season has ended.
It's horrible.
They do not care. Do you know what I'm saying? They do not care if he wins or not.
But this doesn't mean he won't be sacked. I mean, managers sometimes get given a new contract because you want to secure your key players to make sure that this manager is not. What happened to Liverpool is that once Jurgen Klopp disclosed he was leaving, they literally packed up. And that's why Trent didn't sign a new contract. So sometimes all these are politics. It doesn't mean that Arteta might not get moved on if he doesn't.
Never. You'd never move someone on and give him a contract now. Never, ever. It's impossible.
I disagree. I think he may well. I think the Kroenkes now understand if the problem with football is, I think when you look at football fans and owners, we have almost competing philosophies. Football fans are interested in winning trophies and everything. Owners are interested in making money and profitability, etc. So I don't disagree. It may well be if Arteta finishes second and it goes.
I think the Croquets understand that they can get.
I don't think
want with a different manager.
One second, man. I don't think you can give anyone a contract before the season ends, bro. Like, forget a player, not even a manager, bro. Because then your manager's on what is it, 50 million a year? If he's gonna get sacked at the end of the season, you know how much money you have to give him.
Thank you.
Yeah, but Wolves, the Wolves manager signed a new
thing you
contract.
can do. There's no. That's not how it works. You can't give a manager a contract now if you're thinking of sacking him. Essentially, that's shooting yourself in the foot.
No, you're not thinking about sacking him, but you give a manager a new contract as a renewal to secure the team. So
you give the players a contract now. You give the players a contract now.
Guys.
Hold on, pause. Any player that wants to be here at Arsenal because of Mikel Arteta can go follow Mikel Arteta out the door. I don't
exactly.
No, they can all bounce. They are here to play for the badge. If they, badge first, manager second. If they, and this manager is toxic, he is gangrenous, he is cancerous. He needs to leave this club. And we know that there are some soft pussies in this club too. They need to bounce. Rather, if we want to build the apex of success that we have had in most recent era in the late 90s and early 2000s, then we need to build players that actually give a damn, that want to play for this club, like Declan Rice, which is why he should be our captain. But ultimately, like as you said, which we're all on this, like where we will agree upon, there are no excuses. He needs to get over the line. The end.
No, but what I'm trying to say to you, just because a manager signs a new contract doesn't mean he won't get sacked. The Wolves manager signed a new contract and he got sacked. There are plenty of managers who sign new contracts.
You're talking about no, but that's usually if things change during the season, and they have to end up sacking.
I mean, Wolves were performing badly, and it's still. What I'm saying is all part of the regulatory framework when managers sign new contract. Ultimately, they're judged on results. If their results are not good enough, I expect the owners to call him in and say, look, this is not good enough. We're going to move you.
What is not good enough? Define not good enough, in your opinion.
This season, right, I've already said there's no excuses. So Arteta must, at the very least, win the Champions League or the Premier League.
What if he gets to the final of the Champions League and he loses the Premier League by 1 point?
Context, bro.
And that's possible. That's possible. We could be here 1 point.
Would he stay or not? Would you keep him?
The grass, the rain.
You
would, exactly. That's my point.
I think.
I know why you're thinking.
Yeah,
I think the context of it. There's been
context
of it. There it is. Exactly.
Yeah, it's the context. But for me, it has to be an extreme context. Something so unusual.
Define extreme context. Define it.
Because I'm not. This is not black and white. This is the thing.
You
guys think
fucking superlative.
This is not black. For me, the resources are good enough for Arteta to go. For me, the league especially, right? If Arteta doesn't, this team is good enough to win the Premier League, right? I don't care if we lose by a point or not, right? I think he should win the league. This City team is not the Sharks, the Blue Sharks of the old. They're not good enough. They shit too many goals, right? This Arsenal team is balanced. It's got depth. Sorry?
They comfortably beat Sunderland.
It's a pep team. They are always Blue Sharks because of the manager.
But I'm saying the team is not the team of the old. It's not the City team of the old that was fearless, that had a prime, De Bruyne, Rodri, etc. This overall.
One sec, but but the same way. One sec, the same way the team.
Hold on, guys.
One sec, the same way the season or the league ain't that great this season. It's the same for us, and it's the same for City. It's not just for us, or you lot, as in Arsenal fans. It's open for all of us, isn't it? So if they find an opportunity, they will try to get it. And if you guys take the opportunity, anyone can win it.
What I'm saying is, but you're missing the point. What I'm saying is, Arsenal at the moment are the best equipped team to win the league. And if Arteta doesn't win it, I think he should move on. That's very simple. For me, the league, then
I don't know about that.
Even by 1 point.
No, he shouldn't be missing it by 1 point. This league is there for us to run away with it, right? We have the best squad in the league, the most depth. We have variety. We have 2 players in every position, right? So for me, over 38 games, this team is good enough to win the league. And if Arteta doesn't win it, he has to compensate with the Champions League. And if he doesn't win that, he should move on.
So 2 majors or he leaves. Well,
one
well.
or the other. He's saying.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah.
See, that doesn't work with Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans, it's all about feelings and, do you know what I'm saying? And the momentum and context. And it depends how we end the season, right? It depends how we end the season, though. Do you know what I'm saying? What if he gets 2 points, 1 point? I don't know. You were thinking then. Do you know what I'm saying? I understand why you were thinking, but now obviously you said what we're thinking as well. But like you were thinking then because these Arsenal fans will be thinking. They'll be like, oh, do you know what? Let's give it another try.
No,
we'll just get another left winger and one more number 8. And who else? Who else, guys? A second goalkeeper. And maybe who else? Another striker. Do you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna win the league.
And
very rarely.
Another 6. Another 6.
When over 38 games, right? Normally the best team wins it. Over 38 games. And at the moment, I think Arsenal are the best team overall. So we should win it. And if by any stretch of the imagination we miss out through some indiscreet refereeing decisions or whatever, I expect Arteta to deliver the Champions League as compensation for his failure.
It's difficult though. That's the thing.
Bro, you don't win the Champions League as compensation.
Man hasn't even won the Carabao Cup. We're talking about winning the Champions League. I mean,
but that's the reality. Look, last season we made a semi-final. The season before was quarter-final. So there's an upward trajectory in the Champions League. I think this team
has to wait until March.
Hey, bro, listen. Even if you have, even Real Madrid wins the Champions League as compensation. Not the other teams that don't win it often. If they don't win the league, they might go win the Champions League.
I don't know what you're talking about,
especially if you ain't won it before. What are you talking about? Like, I don't know.
I don't think you're making a coherent argument. What you're saying. What I'm trying to say to you, this Arsenal team is actually best equipped to win a cup competition. That's why
you can be equipped, but if you don't know how to use it, like, what's that matter to you, bro?
What does it mean that you don't know how to use it? Does Arteta not know how to make a semi-final? He made a semi-final last season. He fell short. But what I'm saying is over 38 games, the most balanced team wins it. And this Arsenal team is good enough to win the Premier League. It's good enough.
But we're good enough to win the Carabao Cup last season. Come on. Come on. You can't argue with me on that one.
When he's talking about we didn't have the same depth as we have now.
No. This is what do you know what I'm talking about? He's talking about the best team. I get it. We had a better team we had the best team to win that Carabao Cup. Do you know what I'm saying?
Carabao Cup. Who won the
Newcastle.
Carabao? Who did they beat in the final?
Liverpool.
Who were the Premier League winners?
Liverpool.
Okay, so that's context, right? So you can't, if we fell behind Liverpool, you can't say we were the best team.
No, Newcastle. We were better than Newcastle, though. Come on.
No, in a cup competition, anybody can beat anybody. That's why I don't hang.
He was equipped. Do you get it?
To be honest, though, you didn't have a shot on target against Newcastle.
Anybody
can was equipped enough to win the Carabao Cup, no?
When Yasser's talking about not being it, what's the point if you can't be able to use it? Let's be real. This manager still doesn't know how to use his players or to identify the weaknesses in his players. That's his biggest problem. He doesn't identify the weaknesses in his players, which is why he continues to play them there. Like Zubamendi against certain opposition, or Calafiori up against direct teams that are going to expose that left-hand side. He continues to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Playing Timber at centre-back today, when we've never played Timber at centre-back, going up against a Villa team that you know is going to press and going to be on it. That's naivety. You know what I mean? When making a sub, bringing on Madueke and playing him on the left, when you should see that all his best performances for us have been off the right. Even when he came off, I think it was it Bayern game and he scored, he was playing off the right.
Yeah.
So it's like, these are the things, yeah, when you, that's what I think what Yasser was saying is like, everybody knows that we've got the talent to win the league. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. But at the same time, it's like, bro, you can have all the players, but if you don't know how to use them, then what is it? Do you know what I'm saying? You're not utilizing the most out of the team. What we need from him is like what Chelsea did.
The right subs.
Like what Tuchel did with that
subs at the right time, the right team.
Yes, sir. You know what Tuchel did with that Chelsea team? Lampard can never do. Why? Different level of manager. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Both the
Yeah,
same
but at the
squad.
same time, I agree with you. But at the same time, it's what I meant by the whole thing was like the right subs at the right time. Sometimes the manager made that sub that wins you the game. Do you get what I'm saying? Or like certain things that even if the team doesn't get over the line, like just whoever he picked in the beginning, that he's managing to fix it and all that. That's how you win these cup competitions, bro. Do you get it? And even City a couple of years ago, they made the quarterfinal, whatever it was. They didn't just necessarily go every year. Because remember, they had the best teams in terms of every year they were saying that City's going to win it. They had the best team to win it and all that, yeah? They didn't progressively just go from quarterfinal, semi-final, whatever. Like, they didn't just do that. Like, it's not with the Champions League, it's not always guaranteed. There'll always be like a team that you get it, that will come that season that's difficult to beat, or you may not have the right players in the right time. Do you get what I'm saying? The injuries and that. Like, can you face if you're in the semi-final right now with this back line, which team you beating, bro?
There is some teams
That's
we
what I'm
can
saying.
beat. No,
There is,
I know,
but
I
it's
know.
a semi-final. You know who's
Mm.
going to be in the semi. Like, there's going to be some of the big teams in the semi. And
No, I know
you
it's
never
just a
know what can
game.
happen.
I know it's
Exactly,
it's
it's
one
a
game, yes, sir. I know it is. It's
Semi-final.
only one game.
Semi-final, not one game. It's 2 games.
But I feel like, oh, sorry, 2 games. But I feel like we had enough. We had a better team than Newcastle because we have Declan Rice, the best defender in the world. We have the best 2 centre backs in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? We have the best the second best right winger in the world. Ødegaard, creative spark. We had Partey. You know, we can't argue. Partey is our baller. Do you know what I'm saying? We had so much players that these guys gas. How come we fell short to Newcastle? How could we fall short to them? Do you know what I'm saying? Injuries
You
or
didn't even have
not,
a shot
you
on
rate
target
all
in
these
like all the
players.
games you
Or
played.
any other
Remember?
year prior. Why are we not winning anything else any year prior?
Oh man, I'm dropping the bar solo. Dr. Sim, I'm dropping the bar solo. Trust me, I'm not even talking about the big. I'm talking about Carabao Cup, and let's just, you know what I'm saying, let's talk that kind of level. You
My
get me?
mistake. My mistake.
Yeah, I'm not gonna raise it. I'm not gonna raise the bar. Trust me, I'm not gonna raise the bar. I'm going bar solo because come on, man. Like we can go 32 players that he bought, or 34, or I don't know how many more players he bought. Every player that comes, they gas. Every player's a baller. Every player of them.
Christian
Every player
Norgard
that
even.
comes. Huh?
They were rating Christian Norgard so highly. Oh, he was
He was a captain. He was a captain.
He's captain of Brentford, right?
I swear to God, they never saw. No. They did see Norgard, but they never even thought about Norgard. Never even crossed their mind. I swear, nobody. You get it? Oh, but we can't have all the team as ballers. Yeah, but you can have options out there, bro. You can have options. There's a lot of options that you can go out there and buy. But Norgard's not just it. Every player that comes to the club, Havertz, we can fix him.
Havertz is fucked.
Bro, great addition, right? We can get something out of him. I don't know. So many players. Every player that comes to this club is gassed. And then I don't understand how we don't end up winning. Because right now we have the best team. Last season we had the best team as well. Not the best team in the world, but like we had 8 players that they were swearing that they're world class. They were saying they're world class.
What team can win the league if both their best centre backs are out for a period of time? You know
man.
that's going to be their trump card.
Yeah,
that's going to be
facts.
their. You see, well, you know, both us. But the thing is, we've had these guys available for how many seasons and not got over the line? Yeah, but we didn't have Eze, we didn't have Gyökeres. Gyökeres holding bench. Eze's on the left. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
We
can't even use them properly. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Hincapié was an invincible team. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me Hincapié is not ready to win. Yeah, let's play that game.
That's why, you know what, yeah? Like, I appreciate Half Volley jumping on, just like everybody else, all of you that jump on. Half Volley, just because he's got a bit of a different opinion, yeah? But he doesn't just hear what we say and then go, oh, you lot just being negative. You know what I'm saying? And just dismiss it. He has his point, whether we agree or not and everything. Obviously not. But he has his opinion. And he comes back with his opinion. We come back with ours. And if the fan base was more like this, the reason I get so direct and I get so rude with it is because I feel like the other side of the fence more times are not like Half Volley. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I started and I wasn't calling people out, and I would be they would go coming at me like that. So I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. Let's just, you know what I'm saying? Let's just do it like we're in the ends again. You know what I mean? Let's do it like we're in the streets.
Let's go around the corner. Let's go around the corner. Let's go around the corner.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's stop the talking. And that's why I took that approach. Not because I want to be horrible to the other side, but when I started, the amount of abuse I got for criticizing this team, and yet I'm yet to still be proven wrong. So that's why I appreciate Half Volley. That is somebody that does think a lot like the other side, but can also have a conversation. I appreciate, because there's not many, bro. And it's his fan base were able to not just go, you lot are negative and you lot are just a B-Tech league gunner, and actually have a conversation. Then the fan base wouldn't be like this. But the other side, there's so many representatives of the other side that don't want to have a conversation. Like, even when we do panels, I stopped going on panels because I'm like, I let them speak, but they never let me speak. We can have a difference of opinion, but like Half Volley, when you talk, I let you land. When I go onto a panel where a lot of people think like you, I don't get that respect. Absolute fact. Go back and watch every time I was on Dan Potts. As soon as me and Lee talk, they didn't even let us finish. You know what I'm saying? We'll let them land their point. They never let us land. So that's why, you know, Half Volley is an example that over here, we're not saying that you can't have a difference in opinion. You can't have your say. We let you have your say, whether we agree or disagree. Obviously, once you land your overall point, then we'll have a debate, obviously. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not a dictatorship. But if this is what the fan base need to be overall on both sides. On both sides hearing each other out. Me being on the side that I'm at, in my personal opinion, constructive criticism. I don't just criticize, I say what we can do to get better. Like my opinion on what we should do against Chelsea. I didn't just say, oh, well, Arteta's not good enough to win this game. I gave constructive criticism how we can approach the game. If the fan base as a whole was like this, then we can have conversations. The reason it's not is because the other side only want positivity and they don't want to hear any constructive criticism until the end of the season. And I think that's the biggest disappointment of this fan base. It never used to be like that when I grew up, and I think all of us here, when we grew up, it wasn't like this. We could all disagree on certain things that Wenger was doing in his heyday or things that we liked and stuff like that. But it became the social media. When social media came out, it started to become this whole thing is no. You know what I'm saying? Like, Volley, you know, when you said, yo, we played well against Bayern. There's things that you say that are positive that we agree on. We all agree that we played well against Atleti. We all agree that we did well against Bayern. You know, we all agree that we got our points against Fulham and West Ham. And there's games that we've played well. The way I think, what was it? Leeds, Nottingham Forest. We've gotten good results, or got the points, even when we were winning games and rivals were dropping points. What I don't like is that there's so many people, like you're very few. You, Fuad as well. I know Fuad's always on banter, but Fuad's another one. There's very few that have a different opinion to us. They don't want to talk because they just want to go, you guys are just moaning. But it's like, bro, we all feel like this at the end of the season if we don't win a major honor. Every single Arsenal fan feels like how we're feeling right now at the end of the season if we don't win a major honor. Every single one. Nobody's going up positive. No, everyone feels drained. Everyone feels tired of this process. Our frustration is because we're sick and tired of seeing the same thing. Every single time we're starting to like, yo, could it be our year? Could it be our year? Could it be our year? That kind of mentality, it's draining, bro. Real talk, it's draining. I feel like I can never get my hopes up with this team. I genuinely feel like that. I shouldn't feel like that as a fan. Doc shouldn't feel like that. Rob shouldn't feel like that. Rashid shouldn't feel like that. We don't want to feel like that. The chat don't want to feel like that. But we've been let down so many times, yeah? We're hypersensitive to anything that doesn't change. When we see an issue and it doesn't get, we're like, there we go. Okay, well, Calafiori is going to start, right? Ødegaard's now going to be the boss again because he's the captain. The captain's armband's going to protect him now. Doesn't mean he don't have to. He can drop a stinker from now to the end of the season. He's starting every game. It don't matter. Facts. But then they will say, why is Ethan not performing? This is the double standard of this fan base. But Ethan, why do you want Ethan to have a game? He ain't performing. But Ødegaard's he came back from injury. Yeah, but that was all the way back before Christmas. It don't matter. He's captain. It's created spark. These are the unreasonable.
You don't know what he does on the pitch.
You also don't know what he does.
He keeps it ticking. He keeps it ticking.
ticking.
Yeah. You can't beat them.
He should work in a clock factory then. Yeah, you can keep the watches ticking, but keep it ticking. But
that's the thing, bro.
You know,
and started to score some goals from open play, and then Ødegaard came back, and then
and above all else, like we are famished for silverware and for major honors. And simply because we've been having to conduct autopsies on this club year after year. And what's worse is that, so mind you, like we're only allowed to critique the club at the end of the season. But the fact of the matter is, we never take that as an inflection point to do something better and to do something different to get us over the line. And so every year, so let me ask you: does anyone on the panel know who the set piece coach was in 2007? No,
we didn't have any.
Oh, are you sure?
I doubt. Maybe Steve Bold or Martin Keown, but we didn't have a dedicated set piece coach because Wenger
Steve
just
Bold
did.
was the biggest yes man, bro. That
Right.
guy was the biggest yes man, bro.
I get your point. I take your point. I agree to your point. Yeah.
And unfortunately, because we have gone unfortunately for far too long as an elite club, because we're not only like the third largest club in England, but we are a global brand. Like we cannot continue to walk with such chest that we are such an elite club without going without silverware for so long. So for example, like if we had gone over the line in any competition over the last 5 years, there would at least be some credit in the bank that Mikel could utilize, and run with. And the fact that we have to hyper analyze everything and scrutinize rather like what may or may not be occurring simply because like all we want to do is just fix the issue that will get us over the line. At the end of the day, like we just need the personnel both on the pitch as well as off the pitch. If anyone within that space is not contributing like towards the ultimate goal, which is winning major honors, because I do believe that we all want to win the league and the Champions League, right? Rather consecutively, we've had as what a lot of top gunners have said, we've had a lot of spending catch-up money. We have a lot of trophy catch-up time. We have to catch up for all the trophies that we have bottled in the past, for all the times that we had failed to get over the line. We have a roughly 20-year gap worth of trophies that we need to restore in our trophy cabinet. So at the end of the day, like that's all. I think and I believe that we all have that same unified goal. And if some don't, then I don't know. But I just want to see armpits in May. I'm famished. I'm deliriously famished. I'm deliriously hungry.
Yeah, I want to be dancing around.
It's in the air, truly.
I want to be dancing around Finsbury Park. Like if Arteta's going to do it, then great. Like this is the thing that like people don't understand about us. If Arteta wins as a league or wins as a Champions League and all this kind of stuff, then we're happy about that. By the way, people seem to think that we're not happy if that no, we want this club. Our primary fucking thing is this club to be successful. We want trophies, we want silverware, we want to be able to like my best memories was like fucking 5 years ago. I was up at like Finsbury Park dancing around when we won the FA Cup. We walked around, we walked down Finsbury Park. I don't know what the road is, sorry, I forget the name of the road. But we walked down Finsbury Park towards the tube station and everyone's dancing, everyone's celebrating, it's such a great feeling. And we want to keep doing that, and we're not doing that at the moment. That is the fucking problem. And it's like, I'm sorry, like Arteta, okay, you might be a good manager, good manager, but this is Arsenal Football Club. You need to win shit, mate. You're getting paid 15 million quid a year. Win, or let the next man come on. That's all it is.
Nah, I hear it, man. I hear it. Listen, big up to everyone that's locked in. GSC, big up for the super chat. North, I thought you'd have gone to Barca by now. When you finally go, don't forget to take Mikel with you and deport his Clark. He can sit right next to me on the flight. We can have a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a good conversation here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he can join me, bro. He can join me. I'm more than happy for him to join me, bro. It's gonna be a long 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a long 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? When your parents say to you, we need to have a talk.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? They're the ones that
we're disappointed.
We're
not angry, we're disappointed. Okay.
Wait till we get home. You know what? Wait till we get home. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. No, it is what it is. My flight has been booked. I am going to Barca on Tuesday. It's going to be an early flight, so the live stream is going to start probably like 4 or 5 in the morning. Monday I can't because I got to say bye to some people. I still got family to say bye to. So yeah, I still got certain things to do. I don't want to be. Yeah, it's a bit horrible for me not to say bye to certain people. Do you know what I'm saying? That, you know, our family and friends. So I won't be going on Monday. I know Tuesday we got Champions League. Wednesday we got Champions League. I'm trying to get out of here as fast as possible. So I'm gonna go Tuesday, and then that way I should be landing in Barca about 11ish in the morning. My flight is about 7ish. So 11ish I land, and then from then streams, and then watch the games, and then I'll start organizing, getting my viewings done. I've booked a hotel literally by the beach. So yeah, 7 days. I can extend it if I need to. And yeah, and then I can just get the place. I'll go to the viewings. Obviously, I have to show my bank statements and that. You know what I'm saying? Show the duffel bag, and that's about it really. And then I can get my place, and then from then I'm set up to just do everything that I need to do. But obviously I'll be streaming from the hotel. I'll be streaming when I'm out and about. And then once I get my place, then we can start building the actual, the way the new direction that the channel is going to be going into, the extra editions and stuff like that. So bear with me. Obviously I am making a big change. I am going to need to sort out my apartment and which one I want to move to and get that organized. As soon as I get that organized, then we can, you know, go back to basics. But on Tuesday when I land, I will be doing content around the Champions League game, whichever one I choose to watch. I still don't know yet. And yeah, man, thank you for everyone for, you know what I mean, for all the questions and everything else like that. So yeah, Tuesday I will be landing in Barca nice and early. And yeah, man, hopefully there's some nice beanies, you know what I'm saying? Because I'll definitely be recruiting. So yeah, man, big up to everyone that's looking, you know what I mean? Everyone that's watching. Big up Halftime Volley, big up Level Headed, you know what I'm saying? Big up Rob, big up Doc, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else that was joining in the stream. We're going to redirect. I'm going to do the emergency stream with Lee. Otherwise I would have been going on for a bit longer. But big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you subscribe to everyone, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're supporting the whole team. We're redirecting to Lee, Northside Raid, and I'll see you there in 2 minutes. Love.
There you go.
Give that position to Reece Nelson to try. And then yesterday want to play, what's his name? Trossard. Don't play him inside me. If you play him by the wing, that is where he used to finish work for at Brighton. Not people should send me to London. Do all you can. If working Gunners Hop is, you people should send me to not London. Let me grab Ateta by the neck. I will give me a dirty slap first, and then expect reasonable questions from him. So by the time I give him the next point, he will realize himself and know what to do. Yes. So that's all I'm asking for. Send me to North London. Let me mess him up so that he will sit up, because he needs someone to deal immensely with him. So you understand that he's playing with our emotions. My darling Arsenal that I love so much, and Ateta, you are lucky I'm not in London. What I would have used the chemistry of upper job. Ateta, don't worry. I'll be there soon. Pray before I get there. You should not remain there. Another thing I'm asking for is, if he does not improve, I should be Arsenal coach. Let me take up that job. I know what to do. My days in the Wanya, my days in Bende United and Bende Insurance.